listening to the Pittsburgh Piledriver Podcast.
All right, everybody. It's time for the Pittsburgh Piledriver Podcast. It's January. It's the end of January. You know what that means? That means it's WrestleMania season. But before we can get to the end of the road to WrestleMania, we first have to take an exit to the Royal Rumble. So, if you weren't aware of what's happening in the wrestling world, I don't know, A, why you're listening to this dumpster fire of a podcast, and B, if you don't know what's happening in the world of wrestling, let me clue you in. It's time for the Royal Rumble, which means 30 men, 30 women, over the top rope, last person standing gets a title shot of their choice at WrestleMania. We've got picks. It's going to be great. I've got a cold, so if I cough in your ear, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Learn to deal with it. We all have to go through things in life that we hate. I'm going through something right now. So, me coughing in your ear is, it's a minuscule little thing. It's like you're on top of a Ferris wheel looking down at all the people and they look like ants. It's that tiny. Who cares?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy.
It's not time for Ransom Boohoo Fest. It's time for wrestling. So if me coughing in your ear is annoying, A, I apologize, and B, I'm going to keep doing it until one of these other three mooks bans me from this Discord. So, it's kind of on them at this point. If I'm coughing in your ear and it's annoying you, God almighty.
Sorry, that was poorly timed.
Well, if we can get past all the poot interruptions of this intro, we've got Captain Interruptor himself, we've got Tiger Bomb Tom, we've got Sicky McRansom, and we also have the main event, the Tribal Beef, the one who holds all the gold, plastic, porcelain, background noise, things. What is even happening tonight? It's Beef the Legend. I'm done with this intro. I'm done with this intro. I can't with this intro and the fucking constant interruptions. You're driving me nuts. Beef, let's go.
I hold the hubcap, baby. That's what matters. That's right. Hi, everybody. Let's go over those Cruiserweight standings real quick. Oh, yeah, that's right. Number 1A at the top. In fact, I like that. Everybody start calling me number 1. At the top, Beef the Legend. Everybody else is below me. And you can all below me. It's the Royal Rumble, folks. And
find it first. How do I ban someone from this Discord? Hold on.
Boy, if it's going to be interrupted, that's going to be a short night. It's going to be a real fucking short night. Here's the skinny and Amy. There are.
It was me all along.
Welcome to my hell.
Take 2. Rolling. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Pittsburgh Piledriver Podcast tonight. Where
I already did that.
We can't talk over each other. Fuck's sake.
Aw.
But yeah, there are few events that I pick worse than or better than the Royal Rumble. I like to consider myself a little bit of a Rumble connoisseur, if you will.
All right.
Peanut Gallery, would you like to take it from here?
Oh, when? Remember when I used to do the intro? Shut your mouth. You know I can talk. I did it for fucking a living, for God's sake. Well, if you want to call it that. Go ahead, do your thing, Tribal Beef.
Say things we can't take back.
He did it for a decade.
Yeah. That doesn't mean squat.
A decade of disappointment.
So
almost four of them.
Before we start talking the Rumble in earnest, we were having a conversation off air that the best advocate in the world brought up that we should probably be doing it on air. So we were talking about the Rumble, obviously, and the fact that it guarantees you a shot at a champion of your choosing at WrestleMania. Normally, the main event is also kind of slotted in, although you could get real ticky-tacky with that, depending. But that all being said, the Elimination Chamber, seemingly as of late, has also basically guaranteed a shot at a title, at like one of the two major titles at WrestleMania. Is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What, pros, cons, what do you guys think?
So I don't inherently now this is a knee-jerk reaction to the conversation,
as we do,
that had been going on. I don't inherently hate the idea. The thing that I don't like is that it takes away from the legacy, mystique, and frankly, and I use this term, it's kind of loose and it might be weird. You might be like, poot, whatever. The joy of the Rumble. I love Rumble. It is by a country mile my favorite pay-per-view of the year. I love the Rumble. I love sitting around. I love the countdown. Who's going to be in it? What's going to happen? I love it. I love the fucking Rumble. I love it so much. But now that there are two, like, arguable, if you want to, if you will, there are two top titles. There's, the World Heavyweight Championship, and then there's the Cody Belt of Glory. Having both of those, like, I think it would be cool if they made very clear delineations on, if you win the Rumble, you get to challenge for this belt. If you win Elimination Chamber, you get to challenge for this belt. I also have thoughts on what is going to transpire in the Rumble and the Elimination Chamber, and how that's going to lead to Mania title matches. But I will hang on to that until we get to that point. But like I said, I don't inherently hate it, but they need to keep both of them in their lanes. And I think the Rumble should be the one for the absolute top belt.
See, I think that's how, like,
I think that.
Good.
Remember how you were bitching about Captain Interrupter? You take
a 4-minute pause. Someone's gonna start talking.
I thought you had a complete thought, and there was a nice long break. I'm like, okay.
A 4-minute pause. What are you talking about? I stopped for 2 seconds to collect my thoughts.
A fortnight's a bit longer, but keep going, please.
Well, how long's a fortnight?
Shut up.
That's what I thought. Generally 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your build loadout. My point is, I think that if they put very clear delineations on, if you win the Rumble, then this, period. You don't get to choose. And if you win Elimination Chamber, you get to challenge for this, period. Sure, would that kind of like pigeonhole some storylines? Maybe. But I don't think structure's a bad thing. But I don't know. That's just kind of spitballing the knee-jerk reaction. That's all I'm really saying. I don't hate it, but the Rumble is so important, and it needs to be held to an importance, I think, is kind of the point of my argument here. Proceed.
For God's sakes. I think that by you saying that the choice needs to be taken away, I think would lessen the Rumble's importance.
Yes.
More so than what it is now. I think that that's like the one bonus that the Rumble has going for it, is that you get that choice. Do you want the WWE title? Do you want the World Heavyweight? It's your choice. I think that pigeonholing them, even if it's a year-by-year basis, I think would be bad.
So you're saying like an alternating pattern? Maybe?
No. I'm saying
you get to choose.
Yeah. Like, I think that what you're suggesting, like making it for one or the other, and then Elimination Chamber is always going to be the opposite of that. I think that would be bad for kayfabe, and bad, non-kayfabe. Like I think it's just bad all around if you went that way.
Well, yeah. That's why I said it was a knee-jerk idea, because I walked into that conversation 3/4 of the way through.
Well,
you know what I mean? That's why we spitball. That's why we have R&D, Beef.
You got half of that right. Tom, what are your thoughts vis-a-vis Rumble Elimination Chamber?
Beef coming in here just going, smothering himself in dick face sauce. I don't understand what the problem is here. You're our tribal beef. You're the winner. You should be happy going into Rumble.
Bro, I have not been this happy in like at least a month. I love the Rumble. I love Rumble season. It's all probably false bravado. You cut Tom off before he said a word. Tom?
Sorry, Tom.
What do you think about all this? About all this?
For fear of being interrupted by anybody, since it's already been running rampant, and for the fact that I'm not getting to come up to watch the Rumble, pass.
Okay, Ransom. I know you got some thoughts.
My initial thought was that the Elimination Chamber kind of like lessened the Rumble win because, what does the runner-up in the Rumble get? Nothing. But the winner of Elimination Chamber gets the other belt. But I guess with Beef and Poot, you kind of put it into perspective a little bit for me, because like back in the day, the Rumble was like the be-all end-all because there was only one main title. But now that there's two, there's got to be a way that second title, whoever the Rumble winner doesn't go for, gets featured. And like Beef said before we started the recording, would you rather have it done in Elimination Chamber, like the winner gets their shot at the second title there, or would you rather have it be like the number one contenders decided in a fatal 4-way match on SmackDown? Like, no, I get it. Like that put it into perspective. Like, I would much rather, like, okay, the Royal Rumble winner gets his choice. He chooses who he wants to fight. And then the Elimination Chamber winner, well, now they get a shot at the other title that the Royal Rumble winner didn't choose. So, yeah, I guess I would rather have it be decided in the Elimination Chamber as opposed to, like, a general manager coming out and going, we're going to have a number one contenders match, and you're going to face The Undertaker. Like, yeah, freaking pulling a Teddy Long. So, no, I guess after some thinking about it, I think with what you two said, I'm okay. I'm okay with Elimination Chamber being like, okay, the World Heavyweight Championship didn't get chosen by the Rumble winners, so we are going to decide who the number one contender is for the World Heavyweight Championship in the Elimination Chamber, or WWE title, whatever. No, I'm okay with it. I'm good with it.
I think
it's a good way. It's a good way to decide it.
I think it's a clear demarcation of oversaturation, though.
Yeah.
Like, if we didn't have so many pay-per-views, I think that the Elimination Chamber could happen, I don't know, September, October.
Sure.
Horror movie season, like that. Yeah. I think would be a very fitting time. And like, I don't think, I think it would be a little bit more apropos. I think smashing it on the road to WrestleMania is weird. I guess what I'm saying, trying to say kind of delicately, or not so delicately apparently tonight, is that I think that they're going about it the wrong way. Like the system that they have now is fine, I guess. The other thing I brought up again that we were kind of talking about off camera, if you will, yep. Is the fact that like going through the Royal Rumble and going through an Elimination Chamber are two completely separate things. You could end up at number 28 in the Rumble and come out for 6 minutes, be a house of fire, and win. You could be, potentially number one in the Elimination Chamber and have to fucking fight through, like 30 minutes in a chain link fucking structure. So, like, I think that there are definitely benefits to both. And I think that it's neat that like I think I used the word penance earlier. That like if you don't win the Royal Rumble, like this is your penance. Like you have to do the Elimination Chamber if you want to get to WrestleMania.
I think you said penis, but
You can do the easy thing, the quote unquote easy way, which is win the Royal Rumble, which as we've seen is not always that easy. Or you can, walk through the fucking briar patch and get through to the same place. Um but yeah,
Can I interrupt you here?
yeah, absolutely.
The one thing I would like to see them do, and this is again personal preference, like if they're going to keep the Elimination Chamber in between Rumble and Mania, I would love to see them implement like a rule, like if you are eliminated last in the Rumble, if you are number 2, runner-up of the Royal Rumble, that slots you into the Elimination Chamber, and that lets you enter last in the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, all right.
Because you were like runner-up in the Rumble, you almost won, but you didn't. You're automatically slotted into the Elimination Chamber match, and you're the last one released from the cage because that's your, I guess, not runner-up, not like second place prize. You know what I can't formulate words,
it's your right. It's something you've earned.
Reward.
It's a reward.
Yeah, that's your reward for being, runner-up in the Royal Rumble. I don't know if they'll ever do something like that, and I don't know if that's like a cheeseball idea or not, but like I wouldn't mind seeing that because like if you get eliminated last, if you're number 2, second place, oh gosh, if you're second place in the Royal Rumble, like that should give you something to like. There should be some benefit for that, maybe.
Yeah, no,
I mean, at the very least, you should be in the Elimination Chamber match. Like you shouldn't be eliminated last in the Rumble and then be like, all right, I'm gonna go face Sami Zayn for bragging rights at WrestleMania. Like nobody cares. Yeah, that's right. Shit on Sami Zayn.
I think that it's and here's the other half of this, I guess. Like, with 2 titles, you have to, like, no matter what, we're gonna get something that's gonna decide who's challenging for the other title. You're not gonna have one of your 2 top titles not defended at WrestleMania.
Right.
So like, it could be in an Elimination Chamber, which is, as we know, a very grueling endeavor, or a fucking singles match on SmackDown. Like, so like, no matter what, like something's gonna determine that.
Something's gonna give.
And now, I mean, unless they start doing 4 Royal Rumbles, which would be absolute overkill. I'm saying that in jest. I do not actually believe they should ever do 4 Royal Rumbles.
I don't want that.
God, no. They've done a lot of like curveballs on the Rumble. They've done the 40-man Rumble. Didn't they do the 50-man Rumble, the greatest Royal Rumble?
Was that 50?
I mean,
yeah. I know that doesn't
50 or 60, but then I mean, they count it for all the stats and shit. But like, it doesn't count with real fans.
We don't need that many curveballs on the Rumble. Let's be honest here.
Nope.
Plus, if you have multiple, it makes them less special.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if you have a Rumble for the men and a Rumble for the women, those matches are special because you only get one of those a year.
Exactly. So like,
agreed.
I get the necessity, and again, like the fact that it's an Elimination Chamber match goes a long way. So you know what? Like maybe I'll walk it back. Maybe I'll say, hey, it's fine where it is, because again, it beats the hell out of like seeing one guy go, bell to bell, 1 to 30 to earn his spot versus somebody beating 3 other dudes in like a fucking just a 1-fall match. Like it goes a long way for that. So I'm going to stand a fan.
The Elimination Chamber is inherently every single time. It can be high drama. It can be high drama. It can be it can be a very fun pay-per-view. I think the thing is like we think about Rumbles and we go, that Rumble was great. And yes, you can pick up moments in Rumbles that are particularly memorable. But you go, that Rumble was great. This year Rumble was great. That one was also great. The Elimination Chamber, I feel like you don't remember, oh, that year's Elimination Chamber was great. You remember moments from Elimination Chamber. Does that make sense?
Sure, absolutely.
And that's what I'm saying is like the hierarchy of like quote unquote importance or whatever it may be. Like I feel like that's kind of the what I'm getting at is like the Rumble just carries more weight, and I think it just might be because it carries more history. Tom, what do you think?
I honestly don't know. While you guys are talking, I'm literally sitting here trying to pick out my final four because I have had no chance to think anything over. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even like I'm like half paying attention to what you guys are saying.
Dude, it's hard. This year's tough. This year's real fucking tough.
I'm fine with I like Ransom's idea of the runner-up of the Rumble getting a guaranteed Elimination Chamber spot.
That's a real cool idea.
I do like that, and I kind of like the possibly the added gravitas of like if you're runner-up, you also get released last from the pod or something like that. But then there's a part of me that goes, well, that's kind of also part of the fun is like not knowing who's gonna be released, last or anything like that, because I don't know, just the quote unquote randomness of it. But I definitely,
it does take away a little bit of the surprise,
yeah. But I definitely do like the idea of that added stipulation. Like if you're the runner up in the Rumble, that you get an automatic Elimination Chamber spot. That made me question. And I think it's been a while, probably since we've had the title splits or whatever. But I was gonna say, I know before it used to be Elimination Chamber, they would at times have the championship defended in the chamber, which actually made it kind of cool seeing like who won the Rumble, because then you like play connect the dots and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense, like why they had so and so win the chamber, because now it puts the title on this person so they can face whoever the Rumble winner was. So from what I was listening, I'm okay with Elimination Chamber where it's at, because you can get some added high stakes and some WrestleMania stakes into everything. I like that it's on the road to WrestleMania, because they always say like the road to WrestleMania begins with the Rumble. Yeah,
almost.
But it also, like, there's still it's a long path, and I like even if you don't if whatever's going on, if you don't have title splits or anything, if you only had one major championship, even if you don't want to do something with the the main title or whatever, you can always do chamber matches like how they've done for the tag team titles. You could do it for the for the newly minted women's mid-card titles, the Intercontinental and the US title. So I mean, I like, no matter what, like I like the fact that I kind of like Elimination Chamber where it's at with the high stakes and everything like that. Other than the Rumble, and other than say like Money in the Bank, those are like those three are kind of like the most high stake ones where like there's where it feels like more so that anything could happen.
Yeah,
agreed.
Definitely.
And a salient point about the other types of Elimination Chambers, I do miss them. They did a tag chamber once, which was a little crowded, but also a lot of fun. They did one for, I think, Ryback's Intercontinental title. It may have been Kalisto. I don't remember exactly whom. But they did one for an Intercontinental title at one point. So, like, yeah, I mean, it is absolutely doable. I think they're pretty much slotted in for one with the guys, one with the girls now, which, again, is fine. The women have killed it every single time, too. So, like, yeah, let's fucking go. But yeah, I think, you know, I think the time between, January and April in wrestling is special, and I think the road to WrestleMania is special, and I think having the Elimination Chamber on there, I think does have its gravitas for sure. Uh, yeah. So yeah, I think it's okay where it's at. Honestly, like I said, I'm gonna walk it back a little bit. I think it's fine where it is because again, I'd much rather have it this way than, fucking Teddy Long coming out and being like, you're going 1-on-1 with the Undertaker player.
Oh,
Uh, but yeah, so that being said, we do need to talk about the road to WrestleMania. You guys want to jump right into picks? You want to do some Rumble speculation? Rumble speculation first, then picks? What are we feeling? Talk to me. Yeah.
I think we've speculated a lot. If we've got more speculation, we can sprinkle it in while we're doing our picks. But let's go for
Okay.
some picks.
Yeah. Well, good news is there are 4 matches. So there's not like a lot of like talking that needs to be done. But we will because we're really good at that.
Yapping. Yeah.
So there is, and I mean the awesome thing is like all 4 of these matches should be
I need
amazing.
another beer for this.
I think all 4 of these matches are going to be fucking incredible. We're getting DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. The tag team straps never get any due at all ever, and I think that them being on like one of the big 4 pay-per-views in a fucking 2 out of 3 falls match is amazing.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Then, of course, we get Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens in the ladder match for the Undisputed Championship, where the Undisputed in the Winged Eagle. Oh, that was tough for me to say. Winged Eagle will be, above the ring, back on the ladder to success. Blah blah blah. Of course, we'll have the women's and the men's Royal Rumble match, and I will go over the entrance later. But for the men's, we do have 15 of the 30 competitors listed. The SmackDown side is very light, so I expect some to be added tomorrow night, and we'll probably get a nice round like 22, I think, announced, leaving lots of room. But so far, we have LA Knight, John Cena, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul, Penta, Chad Gable, Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes. And then for the women's match, Rumble match, we have 10. We have Nia Jax, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Lara Valkyria, Ivy Nile, and Io Sky. Say what you will, but I think the devil's in the details, and I think, the winner of each of those Rumbles is probably in that announced pod as we speak.
Yeah.
So those are our matches. You got 4 points, and as we customarily do, you also get final 4 picks. We'll do 1 set for the women, 1 set for the men. Well, you will have a chance to get 4 points for each one. The points will not be held against you. They are essentially bonus points. I.e., if you get one of the slots wrong, you don't lose a point. You can only gain points for the final 4. Again, take that as you will. Champions preclusion. So
I volunteer tribute, or you do it.
Yeah, I'll jump right in. I got no fear. Like I said, I'm gonna Where my balls on the outside of my pants here.
I knew it.
Tom knows what you're doing too.
Oh yeah, I know exactly
Gonna
what he's doing because he's
Yep.
starting off first, so he picks the last in the Rumble matches. I'm not dumb. I know how
Yep.
this fucking works.
Yep.
Okay,
Fucking rig
fine.
system.
Ransom, go ahead. I haven't figured this out. I was just simply saying
Lies.
I'll go first every fucking round. You want to know how it is? Here it is. I'll do that. You guys can rotate if you want. I'll go first every fucking round because that's how confident I am in my picks.
You know what?
Dang, Gina. Wow.
Put your money where your mouth is. Let's do this. Let's do this.
He's doing it.
Do it.
All right. So then,
Absolutely.
how about this, guys? How about this? Beef starts every round. I will go after him on the first pick. How's that sound?
Yeah. Well.
Or who wants to go first?
Oh no, like he's gonna
Yeah,
go
that-
first
that-
every
that's-
round, and the rest of
that's
us are
the
gonna
usual.
rotate like normal. That's
Yep.
what he's getting.
So it'll go Beef, me, Tom, Ransom. Beef, Tom, Ransom, me, etc.
I'm
no,
usually
no,
it's
no. Beef, Ransom, Tom, Poot, and then Beef,
we got it.
Tom.
Beef's described.
Yeah.
You got it.
I
He'll
know
figure it out.
what's going
got
on. It's fine. It's good.
I got you. So anyway, we're gonna start with the tag match because it is
Wow.
the lowest stakes on the card. But again, there's not a bad match on this card, and I'm very geeked out over over the tag team titles being
Oh
here
yeah.
and these 4 people being here.
Yep.
You know, I would have preferred the MCMG not losing the titles to the Bloodline, but it got us to the point where DIY has another reign, which is a bonus, and now we're getting DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns in a great 2 out of 3 falls. And again, if you're a wrestling purist like me, you know that 2 out of 3 falls is like the purest dream because you're going to get some wrestling. And again, these 4 lads know how to fucking wrestle. So, all that being said, DIY is the incumbent champions, of course, being made up out of Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. The Motor City Machine Guns are the challengers, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. I am
Hail
picking-
Sabin.
Hail Sabin. I am picking hashtag DIY, and I'm picking them for 2 points.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like we're building. We're building a stairway to Vegas, and I think that the tag team titles having involvement in the Royal Rumble event is like a precursor to them being featured on the show of shows. And I think that that's when the Guns get the titles back. So, all that said, I'm picking DIY 2 points. Poot?
When did the Guns lose the title?
It's a good question.
I know that wasn't an answer. That was a sound.
Ah,
Uh,
it was a while ago, wasn't it?
Looking, it was December, probably.
I think it
don't
was.
know why I can't find.
They lost it before then because DIY hasn't. They haven't had the titles for very long, but I don't. And I know that the Bloodline didn't have them for terribly long either. But I feel like they. I feel like
December 6th.
really.
So the Guns came in, yeah. So the Guns came in. Okay, no, I'm sorry, I was incorrect. DIY actually lost to the Bloodline. So DIY won them in July, lost them to the Bloodline on the 2nd of August. Motor City Machine Guns won in October on their debut, and then DIY won them in December.
Okay.
So it has been 55 days for DIY on this particular reign.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go DIY for 3 points on this one because I'm right there with Beef. I feel like they're gonna give the Motor City Machine Guns their WrestleMania moment.
Which is great because they're definitely not spring chickens. I love Alex Shelley, I love Chris
No.
Sabin, but they have been
They've
long
been.
in the tooth.
Well, that's one of the things is that I love when they talk about the MCMG and they talk about how long they've been in the business. I think collectively they've been in the business for almost 50 years.
I believe
Like
it.
it's one of those
I
things
would
where they're
vote
like, Yeah, they almost have five decades of experience between the two of them, and they both look. They are, like Beef said, not spring chickens, and they look like they're in their fucking 20s, and it's not fair. Like, it's unreal. Like, those guys, like, I want to see them go. I don't think they're going to get it this time. I was with DIY. I think this is going to be one of those things that they're going to get it. They're going to have their Mania moment on the grandest stage. So I'm going DIY 3 points.
Phantom?
I'll say DIY for 2 for the.
All right. Tom?
I'm gonna go with DIY for 4.
Ooh!
Yeah,
Ooh! Dropping the 4-banger.
yeah. I figure I'd drop the 4-banger out there, because definitely not gonna put the 4 on the Rumble match, and definitely not gonna.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
You know what they say.
You know what they
That's
say.
fair.
And you know, gotta
I think
play
the only
fair.
Rumble I'd put 4 points on would be the one from last year. Like,
Oh yeah.
I was
I think
trying
that
to
was-
remember
that
if
was a
last year
given.
was a certainty or not.
No,
yeah,
like I said,
because it was freaking Cody's second year doing it.
no.
Well, yeah, but
last year I looked it up
Yeah.
because I still, like, my book, thankfully my little notebook goes back far enough there, but like, yeah, last year I think I had my Final 4. I had like Punk winning it or whatever. I had some I don't know, I had some things.
yeah, the winds are certainly blowing that way, and I
Some
think we all
Yeah,
anticipated
so-
Cody kind of winning Elimination Chamber or
so-
something of that nature.
So to give you an idea, Ransom, and I'm not saying everybody's was exactly the same, but I had my Final 4 as Punk, Cody, Dirty Dom, and Solo Sikoa, and I had Punk winning it. And for my women, I had Bailey, Bianca, Raquel, and Jade Cargill. And Bianca was technically number 5 out, which was whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
I remember
because
You were real
that
close, yeah.
simultaneous dump over the top, and I'm like, you fuckers. But I had Bailey winning, so I did get that right. But like, yeah, it's I've been like I said, I was contemplating that. We'll get into it later, but I was contemplating my Final 4, and I think I have a pick that might shock some people. So.
Oh, look at you! I like it. I like dropping the spoilers. That's right, or the teasers. That's right. Don't tune to any other station if people still use radios. Keep your ears right here for Tom's surprise. All right, moving right along to the KO Cody Rhodes match.
KO.
This is smart. That's what I said.
Hey ho!
Oh,
Ho! Hacksaw Jim Duggan for the win.
USA.
Fucking my brain just couldn't handle everything that happened in the last 15 seconds. We went from giving out like predictions and horse shit, and then all of a sudden everyone's going, "Ho!" And I'm like,
Yeah, that's
Jim
right.
Duggan?
That's
Fucking
right.
what's happening?
Let's get wacky.
Oh, all
Did
right.
you call me?
Talking
I
about
would
Beef's
love-
past.
Oh,
I
girl.
would love to say that Kevin Owens is going to win here, but he's not. I would,
Well, it
again-
says the undisputed and winged eagle belts. Oh, they're just never mind. I'm sorry, I interrupted you for no reason. My bad. I apologize deeply and truly.
Bring me some roses. So I,
Bring him the clap.
selfishly would love to see Kevin Owens hold the title at WrestleMania, face his friend Sami Zayn. Kind of we started from the bottom and now we're fucking main eventing WrestleMania. Might not be they've already done that, but like to do it as adversaries, I think would be just like the biggest thing that two best friends could hope for.
It'd be dope.
It would be very dope, but and they've dropped some hints, like making it seem like it's a plausible thing, and I just don't see it happening. I was big on And I said it several times. Like, Cody doesn't need to win the belt for a long time. He doesn't need to hold the belt for a long time. He just needs to win the belt at WrestleMania. That's finishing the story. After that, it's fucking bonus. So I was a big proponent of him losing it over the summer. During that, AJ Styles, fucking, Solo Sikoa, that kind of time frame. I was fine with it. But now that we're, on the road to WrestleMania proper, I don't see any reason why you would take it off of Cody before the big day. Give him a nice year-long reign to kind of pad the books. And I say this as a man who knows what he said 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years, whatever. Knowing that we yearn for these long-term stories. I mean, that we yearn for these, longer belt reigns to make them feel more valued. And I think that they heard us, and now everything is just this big, long fucking reign. And it's like, all right, it doesn't need to be. They don't all need to be short either. I think it's about finding a happy medium. But, I think we're to the point where champions holding the belt for a year, 8 months is probably right about the apex. So I think that it is time for Cody to lose, just not quite yet. I think he's gonna do the honors at Mania, and we'll talk about that later. But all that to say that as much as I may want it, it's not gonna happen. Cody Rhodes, 4 points. Ransom?
Well, let me tell you something. I'm putting 4 points on Cody Rhodes, but the only thing that gives me pause with this is we haven't seen I'm trying to think of the right word here. We haven't seen a wackadoo ending for some time. And the only thing that my pea-sized brain goes to is they're hanging both belts up there. They've done that before. The Intercontinental belt, they've had ladder matches before. They've done this before. But what if they climb the ladders simultaneously? They're fighting. You think one's going to get knocked off.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
they each end up grabbing a belt and disconnecting it at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, whether KO keeps the Winged Eagle belt or he winds up taking the other belt, who really cares? But that's the only thing that makes me go, uh-oh, maybe. Is what a fun finish that would be, especially if they wind up exchanging belts, because now we're in the same situation, only now it's reversed. So KO now has an even bigger claim to being the WWE champion because, ending of this match. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it happens, but I'm not super confident that it will, which is why I'm going to go Cody for 4.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it'd be a good time for a fucky finish. So I don't think that that's a bad thought. Tom.
Going with Cody for 3. I just don't see Cody losing it before Mania, and if we truly are gonna get Cody Lander, I feel like he still needs to have the title then, and then something happened to turn him into this heelish character or anything like that, and I feel like storyline wise it makes more sense if he is the heel and then and he has the title and then you have somebody dethrone him afterwards or whatever. So I feel like he's got to hang on to it here. Cody for 3.
Utski?
I had the same thought Ransom did. That's why I sat here and I'm going, yeah. What, Cody takes the WWE belt, the proper one, the modern, not the proper one, the modern one. Owens falls with the Winged Eagle belt. Owens walks around just fucking espousing that he is the legacy champion. He is the, like, that kind of thing. The fucky finish thing. I don't know how we call that. How would you call that? If you were to put your neck out on this, how would you call that?
Just the same thing as you described it. They each grab a belt,
Right.
and it's called down the middle. Like, if you're going to put a point on it, that's how you do it.
I think the important thing here is how they would judge the match too. Like, would WWE only grant the winner who pulls down the WWE title and not Winged Eagle? Are they the winner? Would it be two winners? Would it be a no contest or a draw? You know, and I mean, you can pick all of those things. That's the beauty of it, man. And you know, you get it wrong, you lose the points. But if in your mind that is something that is so likely to happen that you want to put points on it, you absolutely can. But you need to be clear.
It just,
you know,
it just fucking writes itself, man. Like, this shit writes itself. And putting it in the hands of Cody and Kevin Owens, if it was Cody versus anyone else, I'd be like, Cody for 4. But because it's Cody and Kevin Owens, I'm questioning this. Because think about how fucking interesting Kevin Owens made the USA belt.
mm-hmm. With his big dumb face on the entranceway.
Just think about that fucking horseshit. Like, I love this idea. I fucking love this.
Can I
What?
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead. Talk me off the ledge.
Yeah, I want to a little bit, because not to say that I don't think that it's plausible that it could happen, but I think hedging your bets on a smush finish or a no contest or a both guys pull the belt down. And so like, here's the thing, like, you have to fucking call that shit precisely. If they pull the belts down and they declare Cody the winner because because he got the WWE title, and you say that, you know, both men win, you don't get the points. If you say they both pull the belt down and it's declared a no contest, but again, they consider that Cody won, you wouldn't get the points. So
You're not getting the points either way, unless, because if I bet on,
right,
you know,
right. But like, I think there's a lot more margin of error that way. And I'll say this: you always kind of make your name going weird with it, and it hasn't panned out as of late. Trying to be very polite whenever I say that.
Oh no, it's been fucking terrible.
He's trying to save you from yourself.
I've been abysmal.
To save you from yourself. I would put points on KO or Cody in this match, not the fuckiness. Not a smush, right?
Well then, then
before you make your pick, can I just rebut?
All right.
What are you doing?
Do it, Ransom.
Let me just say, yes, in the past, the whole getting weird with it hasn't panned out. But if you have a bow and arrow and you shoot 99 arrows at a target and miss every one of them, but that 100th arrow strikes a bullseye, aren't you going to be happy that you took that last shot and didn't just walk away and say, I missed 99 out of 100 shots, I'm not going to shoot this last one because I know what's going to happen?
Listen to Ransom, the politician.
Ransom, I fucking love you. Like, I love you. That's the problem, is I'm going, I would love to stand up. Everyone else goes, Cody. And I stand up and go, fuck you all.
Think of the bragging
No,
rights
and-
too.
you all.
Even if you
and
don't
that's-
win the title, think
that's
of
what I
the
was gonna
bragging
say.
rights.
You can.
How about-
So-
if you call this perfectly and it's a fuck you finish and you nail it, you'll be able to carry that shit for the next year. I may
Oh,
not
yeah.
win the Cruiserweight title, but remember that time I called that weird fucky situation exactly?
Yep.
All right.
You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, Mick Ransom.
All right. 4 points
That's right, Tom. I did it.
on Cody Rhodes. Hear me out. 4 points on Cody Rhodes. Kevin Owens walks away with the Winged Eagle belt.
So you're not making that part of your official pick, though. You're just kind of grandstanding. At
This
that
is
point.
No,
one of those things.
You're picking a winner,
No.
so you're just picking Cody Rhodes.
No, Cody Rhodes for 4. Beef talked me off the ledge. Ransom, I appreciate you.
Dead to me.
Put that thought process in your back pocket because it might pay off down in a pay-per-view. Cody Rhodes for 4. However, I am just side tangent calling it the Kevin Owens runs off with the Winged Eagle belt. No
Not
points,
shocking.
no nothing on there. I'm just saying.
Anytime they make a title, I feel like it's going to be on TV for a while to justify that investment. Unless you're Tony Khan and have Tony Khan money.
Well, that's why I'm sitting here saying this. That's why I'm going like, this is why I'm saying this. Like, it's just, I'm calling Cody. I'm calling Cody to win, but I'm saying Kevin Owens fucks off with that belt.
Fair enough. I would not shock me because it's been very entertaining so far. Moving right along to the women's final 4. I'll go through the women here real quick again. Oh, nope, that's tag team champions. Let's dial it back here, Wikipedia. Let's dial it back, Wikipedia. Thank you. Nia Jax, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Lyra Valkyria. I'm sorry, the women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria, Ivy Nile, Io Sky, all already announced. Would be shocked if the women's United States Champion Chelsea Green is not in this with her friend Piper Niven.
Chelsea Green.
Yes, that's the one. Amongst other ladies. Would not shock me if that's the case. So we're gonna lead in with the final 4 because I think that's smarter to do than the picks, and we'll just do everybody's final 4 all at once so that this isn't like a rotating fucking what have you. So my women's final 4: Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, and Io Sky. I feel like 3 of those are absolutes. I couldn't tell you which 3 though. That's the hell of it. I think that it's absolutely going to be 3 of those ones. Would not shock me if Jade Cargill is there again. Would not shock me if Nia Jax is there. And maybe I don't want to take too many fires out of anybody else's sails, but maybe there is a dark horse who might wind up in here. But I think that this is probably going to be Io Sky's Rumble. I think that she goes like pretty first to open, first, second, third, fourth to finish. And I think that she's there at the very end. Tom, who you got for your final 4 in the Women's Royal Rumble?
Final 4, I've got Charlotte, Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Jade Cargill.
Interesting. Okay. Want to elaborate on any of that, or just get with it? You don't have to.
I feel like
giving you the option.
I feel like with the Charlotte, that's obvious because she's probably gonna win it, and I'm gonna give you a hot take on that. I feel like honestly, that's probably the best match for Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania is against Charlotte, just because of the personality clashes and everything like that. And in WWE's eyes, Charlotte is like top of the food chain, whether any of us agree with that or not. But I feel like there are how do I want to say this without, because I could care less about Charlotte, but at the same time I'll give her credit where credit's due. Like, it's the whole like iron sharpens iron, and you have to be in the ring at some point with people that are above you to get better. So I feel like Tiffany would need that, and I'm sorry, but Nia Jax isn't better than Tiffany Stratton. So, fight me. But I feel like Charlotte would be a good match. I feel like that they could make an interesting program or story leading up to Mania. Bayley, I think, will be in the Final Four because I feel they'll tease the idea of her winning back-to-back women's Rumbles. And I don't know. And then the other ones, I think Jade, just because she's returning and they already had her in the Final Four once, and I think we'll, find out some janky bullshit of like, it was either Naomi or Bianca that jumped Jade or injured her or whatever, some sort of shit like that. I don't know. And Becky just because.
So let me just kind of pivot real quick off of that.
Pivot!
Do you, with Jade,
Mhm.
I went back, as I do, and watched classic stuff. And last year, I watched last year's Rumble here pretty recently. Last year's Rumble was her debut, and she was a fucking powerhouse. She came out and eliminated Nia Jax single-handedly. And, she looked great doing it. She was there at the end. But, as we know, this last year has not been the best year of Jade's life.
True.
With her, basically being relegated to a trio tag team because they don't really trust her, to a mysterious disappearance. Is she hurt? Is it a work? We don't know. Stories coming out of both sides that are indicating that she's hurt or that it's a work. I wonder if maybe they've lost a little trust with her. That like they shot her to the moon last year at the very beginning of her WWE career and immediately backed off. Because I thought for fucking sure, we were getting Jade versus Nia Jax and Jade versus Bianca Belair in this calendar year this past, and we didn't. We got neither.
Right. I think that I think that they don't want to. I think they don't want to like shoot themselves in the foot just because they made this investment. Like, they made this investment. I think they're gonna try their best to see it through. So I mean, yeah, this last year hasn't been like completely in her favor. But I think there's a lot of long-term upside to her, and I think they realize that. So I think they put a rocket on her back, to make her seem, like a force of nature at the Rumble and stuff like that. To make you realize that she is a big deal. They do plan on investing in her, but they are taking a very pragmatic approach about it over the course of this last year and realizing, like, okay, like, realistically, we're not going to bring somebody in and just immediately, make them champion or anything like that. That's very few and far in between. But I feel like they also, I think they're doing the smart thing, and and taking their time, and they'll, it'll go in ebbs and flows. So I think maybe they'll have a good showing for her this year in the Rumble, and then, we'll see over the course of this next year how that pans out.
Okay. Pootsky, who are your final four in the Women's Rumble?
Charlotte Flair, Bailey, Becky Lynch, and this is probably dumb, but I'm gonna say Nia Jax.
Okay.
The fourth one is kind of always the curveball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's 3 of the 4 horsemen and Nia Jax. It was either her or Bianca Belair, and this is where I'm like, all right, this is where I'm gonna get a little poot weird. I'm gonna say Nia Jax.
Okay.
What, Ransom? You all right over there?
No.
You know what? I won't hear the fucking Nia Jax slander.
I'm not slandering Nia Jax.
Oh, you will, because I'll say that's my opinion, and you will listen to it.
I think that she had a great fucking title reign and did exactly what she needed to do, which was get over a burgeoning young talent. And I think that it was very effective with Nia. Is her wrestling always the cleanest? No. But you know what? Neither was fucking Andre the Giant, and people clamor for him. I don't think that she needs to be perfect. I think that she's wrestling way more in her wheelhouse now. And I think that the last, probably since SummerSlam to now, I'll include Queen of the Ring in that. From Queen of the Ring till now, I think is some of the best work of her career. She's having fun. She's doing decent in the ring. And I think the rest of the chops are coming too. So, like, I get it. Like, my ass. Oh, trash bag Nia. Fucking lulls. But here's the real truth. Like, she's probably the hardest working woman out there right now to try and get past some of that stigma.
I mean, listen, I'll give her credit where credit's due. She has gotten better. But that's just saying, in my opinion, she's gone from, like, super turd to, like, nugget. You know, she's gotten better, but
she is not on the level of Owen Hart. You shut your mouth.
I'm not. She doesn't interest me. She doesn't. I'm not emotionally invested in her, and she sounds like a fucking muppet. I don't like when she's on. I don't want to listen to her. I immediately want to mute the TV. It's almost the same as like watching NXT with Booker T. Like I hate
Ducky, baby.
Yeah, I hate listening to him. I hate listening to her.
I think that Ric Flair is one of the most boring wrestlers I've ever seen in my life, and I think that he is overrated in every fucking aspect of what he does. That does not take away the caliber of wrestler that it's important to separate your opinion from what the reality is. And again, the reality is the last.
I just gave you the reality. She has gotten better. I'm not interested in her. I gave her props.
I'm not finished.
You're repeating the same point, though.
Girl,
you haven't let me say my second fucking point. You know I'm gonna repeat it or not.
I know.
The last 6 months.
He's freaking out.
My fucking point.
The heart blood.
The last 6 months, no woman has had a better tenure than Nia Jax. Not AEW, not WWE, not NXT, nowhere. From Queen of the Ring until now, Nia Jax has been the hardest working and best, with an asterisk, woman out there because of how well she's doing. I mean, most improved is part of that, for sure, for sure. Right. She has, but again, I'll say it, like, yeah, like Rhea came back and got the title that we all expected her to do anyway. Like, she is just meeting expectations. Julia won the NXT title. Again, meeting expectations. Roxanne Perez is killing it. Again, meeting expectations. Everyone has these fucking low sights for Nia. And she has ascended way above it the last 6 months. And again, to the point where I don't think any woman on the roster, on this roster or any roster, has had a better time frame in that time. So that's what I'm saying. Again, I get that your opinion that you're not a Nia Jax fan, and I understand it, and I respect it. I do. But you can't not give her flowers for this point.
And I did. I said she has gotten better, but
You gave her like you gave her seeds. You didn't give her flowers. You gave her seeds.
That's your opinion. I complimented her. I said she has gotten better, but I am still not interested in her. You know who else was hardworking, if not harder? Chelsea Green. How about that? Tell me I'm wrong on that one.
She's last few months, absolutely. Prior to that, I think that she's been kind of laying in the weeds a little bit.
Lame?
Laying in the weeds.
Okay. Sorry, we're tripping balls over here.
Sorry,
I don't know what's happening.
We're way off. We're way off track here. But luckily, it is Ransom. It is the best advocate in the world's turn to pick his final 4 women, so he can bring us back on track here.
Yes. Let the walking train wreck try to get this back on track. That'll work out well for everybody.
That'll show him.
You. Stop it.
Yeah, that'll show him in your face.
You big dumb bastard. Let's go.
You farmer, you. My groan wasn't at Nia Jax, the wrestler. My groan was at Nia Jax, the pick. Because Poot goes, I'm going to get a little Poot weird with it. Strumming on the old guitar. No, that's not getting weird with it. I'm disappointed in your lackadaisical approach. By the way, Area 52 gummies have kicked in. So, strap in.
Let's fucking go.
LFG,
Let's
baby, let's fucking go.
Yes. Solid gold. Shit, what was I saying?
There it is.
No, I got it. I'm back. No, I'm back. The train wreck. God. No, he's still a train wreck. My groan was at the low caliber of the getting weird with it, on the getting weirdo meter. Like, you just barely came up off the little needle that said 0 on the getting weirdo meter. You were like, no.
Yeah, I'm keeping it safe, buddy.
I don't want to hear your safe nonsense. Nothing. Safe never helped anybody. Safe driving, worthless. Safe sex, pointless. Nothing that has ever been safe has ever been worth it. So let me go ahead. Sorry. Let me go ahead and give you my 4 here, okay?
Funny enough, I was going to equate it to like wearing a condom for this pick. That's the weird fucking part.
Yeah, you put a condom on, I am filling her up. So, 3 picks.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's right, girl. Strap in. I have a wife. I can say that, okay? I've done it before.
And he can do that.
Yeah. Ask both of those little bastards.
Yeah.
3 of these picks aren't going to be surprises. The last one, Poot, you utter clod, you disappointment. I'm wagging my finger, and you can't see it, but damn it, I'm doing it. I'm going to snap my wrist. I'm wagging my finger so hard.
Careful, you'll go blind.
Well, girl, please. Io Sky's going to be in it. Barbara, Babushka. Nope. Bianca Belair. She's going to be in it. Who's that third one? Oh, the plastic princess herself, Charlotte Flair. She's going to be in it. That farmer's daughter. And the 4th one, I'm ashamed of you, Poot. You didn't even sniff this verbally. Is that a thing? Sniffing something verbally? You bastard guy. AJ Lee, number 4.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting wacky. I'm getting wacky with the women's 4, and I'm getting wacky with the men's 4. So I expect better of you on the men's, Poot.
I definitely wanted to throw in a wild card in there.
Whoa.
I was talking with the boys at work that mine might be Jordan Grace. I went very safe, but like I think
Matcha Slamovich.
Jordan, nah, she won't be in the. I mean, she'll be in. I think that she'll be in the Rumble, but she won't be in the Final 4. Jordan Grace, I think, absolutely. I mean, Jordan Grace could have a Jade Cargill type shine, except actually fucking pivot off of it. Imagine Jordan Grace's fucking debut, her coming out fucking slamming Nia Jax and eliminating her, or taking out Bianca Belair, like starting her career that way. And actually, like, very talented woman. And I like Jade. Jade's a very big charisma person. She's got the look, she's got the intangibles. But like at some point, we have to remember that she was in TNA for like 4 years as their next big thing.
What?
And
Where?
AEW. I
Yeah.
said AEW.
No, you didn't.
I said AEW. I know what I said, Tom.
Something different.
I'm watching TNA. I'm watching TNA. That's why it's in the forefront of my mind.
Same.
He got me. He got me with it. Something different.
But let's not forget that that she was in AEW as their break a case of glass. Like, this is our superstar that we're gonna have, and she hasn't.
More beer.
Again, to my how I feel about the situation, I feel like she has not proven that she can handle a main feud.
Who are you talking about right now?
Jade Cargill.
Thank you.
I feel like that she has not proved that she can handle a main feud on the main roster. And I think that Jordynne Grace absolutely could fucking carry that fucking baggage. And how. So I think that she's going to show up and have a big day. I don't know that she'll be at the end. Another person I was thinking of at the end was maybe Asuka. She's been hurt for a while. Might be a good time for a return.
The zombie of Mae Young.
Alexa Bliss was another one. We keep hearing that creative has nothing for her, yada, yada, yada. She posted on, Instagram that she didn't want to go anywhere for a while with a kid laying on her. Like, okay. Like, I think we're laying on a little thick here. But again, like, I think that that's why the Royal Rumble time is so fun, because you have very little idea of what is actually going to happen. We're making a lot of assumptions, but all bets could be fucking off. So that said, now it's time to pivot that into the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. And with my 3-pointer, I am picking Charlotte Flair. I standing fast by what I said, I think like a month ago. And of course they announced her, and it only reaffirmed my pick. And of course she's got this weird fucking soap opera photo shoot thing going on.
Fucking face.
New nose, new cheeks. New year, new her. So
Lord.
I think Ransom said this. I don't remember that. This is, it probably wasn't Ransom. No offense. That this is the best matchup for Tiffy.
I said that. I said that. It was it's on a storyline wise and everything. It probably is.
And
right. Apparently, we know where Ransom stands on the intelligence meter. This is
it has nothing to do with intelligence. It has to do with
somebody said it earlier. It might have been Ransom. No, it wasn't Ransom. No, it was Tom. So we know Tom is. Tom's above. Tom's up there. I'm chasing Tom on the smartometer.
Dude, it has to do with the fact that Lucky 2 has been hanging, have been hauling your ass around for the last 20 minutes. Okay, just dial it back, brother.
Brother.
What are we doing?
Anyway, fuck.
That's right. Next pick.
Anyway, the point remains that even if Tiffany Stratton loses to Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, which I'm sorry to say,
Green.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Who's your pick? Who wins the Royal Rumble?
So we're doing the Rumble and not the 4 finals first?
The Women's Royal Rumble. Who wins the Women's Royal Rumble?
Oh, Charlotte Flair. My God, 2 points. I said I wanted to go get more beer. I went to the beer and bathroom store.
Did he not remember we just picked the
Here,
final four?
this is how I will answer it. This is Ransom. This is how
Did we not pick the final four?
Ransom. This is how I'll answer this.
Why?
You're next.
All right. So I am going to. I'm gonna say Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair for 2.
Ransom, your pick. Women's Royal Rumble. The Women's Royal Rumble winner.
Aren't we picking the final four though?
Damn it.
Battery depleted. I'm gonna go. Whoops.
That has no
Problem.
power over me anymore, child.
Well, it has power over my giggle button, so I'm gonna keep
Sure
doing
does.
it. What did I pick already, number wise?
Oh, what are we doing?
You have 3.
How the turntables of
You have 3 and 1 available.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Some bitch. Oh, some bitch.
What's up, bitch?
Oh, some bitch.
Let me, before I get into this pick, I know this is a side conversation, but you know what? Lack it to, baby. So I was listening to old Among Us streams, as I'm wont to do, when they, feeling a little blue, they bring me comfort. And I listened to quite a few, like at least 5 or 6 over this past week. And every once in a while, I'll find a dead body or like something will come up and I'll go, uh-oh. And I don't know why, but anytime I say that, even in like a normal voice, Beef always starts to giggle and then goes, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And I don't like, what is that from something or like?
No, man. It just
I just say uh-oh and you just go, uh-oh.
It's how my fucking mind just interprets things sometimes. Uh-oh.
But first time I heard that, I had to sit down. I was laughing so hard because
All credit due, I think Poop may have done that one time, and like my mind is just like, that's kind of similar to that. Not quite though, but like my brain is just latched on to like anytime someone says "uh-oh," now it's "uh-oh."
That's, dude, I'm gonna tell you what. There are, I don't bring them up often, but there are so many like little references and jokes that I planted the seed for that I just sit back and go, all right.
Yeah,
there's a lot of them.
Bungo originals on there.
Yeah. Look what
trademark.
I've given you.
Color coded borders. Trademark.
look upon my works in despair.
Oh.
Look at
all right. So sorry about that side road. It's just the uh-oh thing. Give me the uh-oh.
Whoopsie doodle is my new thing. Don't ask me why. I'm like, whoopsie doodle.
Whoopsie doodle. All right, what am I picking here? The final four?
you got it, buddy.
Nailed it.
You said I have 3 and 1 left?
3 and 1, correct.
3 and 1, yeah. That's what made me exclaim, uh-oh. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 on this one because, Big Dum Dum Ransom here. Mick Dum Dum Ransom. I can say that now because I'm now newly minted Scottish in your face. Long story. What I say? 1 point. And I'm going to go with Io Sky. I have the feeling.
She's so pretty.
Yeah.
No, don't do it. Go watch yourself.
Do it. Watch your back.
I won't be there. Unfortunately, I won't be there to get you in trouble this year, Ransom. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Poodle put my foot up my ass. And
So it's okay. Poodle will be there to do it like 87 times, and Bob will ask, "What is steampunk?" And
What is steampunk?
I'll be on my fucking ass from the beers and ranting about fucking Charlotte Flair, and it'll be a good time. Sorry, Tom, you're gonna miss it.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
we'll tape
deeply disappointed.
Well, you know what? Like, I think we all need to do better about getting together for more pay-per-views. So, you miss Rumble.
Painful
we'll
to say. What am I picking? Oh,
Women's.
Io Sky.
You already picked it.
Well, man, Guy, Io Sky for 1 point. Not like again before, everybody went there with her.
You'd like to go there.
Stop it! We're going down the same rabbit hole we just dug ourselves out of. I took a wrong turn on the way to Albuquerque. Damn it! I have a very bad feeling Charlotte Flair's going to win because lol, Charlotte wins. But I think Beef said it when he was doing his Final Four. Like, it really feels like it's Io's year, and I think she deserves the win. I mean, Charlotte Flair, you're just coming back. Yeah, I get it. People return. Like, surprise, I'm finally back, and I win. but it shouldn't be Charlotte. I mean, it really shouldn't. They can do something else with her. It should be Io. Like, I think she deserves it.
Man, and I think that Io versus Ripley would fucking
Yes.
kick the ass of WrestleMania. And let's not forget, I think the last couple Royal Rumble winners have all been the SmackDown branded title.
Yeah.
What is now the women's WWE Undisputed, whatever the fuck they're calling it.
Sure.
The one on SmackDown. So like, I think the women's world title could use a little bit of love, you know. So yeah, absolutely. I think that Io Sky is, you know, an absolute dark horse for sure. That's why I have her in my final four. And you know what? Like, I hope. You know, my again, talking wrestling at work, like my buddy Greg says, hey, you know, Charlotte may not win. And I said, man, I hope. Like, I've been so committed to the belief that Charlotte Flair is going to win the Rumble since like November that like I would be so happy to get any kind of a surprise like that. That would be so grand. I don't want to let myself believe it before it happens, because then I'm just going to be upset and pissed. And you know, again, if it leads off the Royal Rumble and I've already got a head on, it's just going to fucking sour the whole fucking night for me. So I'm just trying to like put myself in a mental state of readiness of like, this is going to happen. Don't be disappointed when it does. If it doesn't, fucking A, let's roll. But like, I would love nothing more than to see Io Sky win the Rumble for sure. Tom, who are you got for the winner of said Royal Rumble?
Oh, I thought we were
for the women.
I thought we were picking Final Four. All right, so all right. Well, here's the surprise. My winner is
Chelsea Green.
No, it's not. But, she's not even in my Final Four. But no, I'm picking Charlotte for 2 points.
No.
I know. Listen, you know, if I'm wrong, it's, you know, or if I'm wrong and Beef's wrong and whoever, I don't remember who picked. I think he picked Charlotte. If
Charlotte.
If we're all wrong, you know, we're all for the better. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Oh, you have to will it to happen. You need to will this to happen. Will it?
If you will it, dude, it is no
You
dream.
beat me to the fucking quote, you son of a bitch. All right, men's final four.
Fuck you.
You're in your wheelhouse now. We're picking the final four finals.
Oh, some bitch! Here we fucking go.
So here we are, looking at the men's again. LA Knight, John Cena, the Jey Uso, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth freaking Rollins,
Thank
Drew
you.
McIntyre, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul, Penta, Chad Gable, Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, already announced. Probably pencil in Damian Priest. I would be shocked if he's not in the match. Dom Mysterio,
Ludwig Kaiser,
JD. Maybe Kaiser. I don't know.
Gunther.
He's a champion, Poot. Maybe Kaiser.
Doesn't matter. Champions have been in the Rumble before.
It's true. You're right. You're right.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. So
Masha Slamovich.
I'm just saying, Gunther. Champions have been in the Rumble before. I'm just saying.
You ain't wrong. I anticipate Jimmy Uso being in the fray. I anticipate Solo Sikoa and or Jacob Fatu also, all of them
Jacob
being in.
What?
Fatu.
No.
You said Fatu.
Fatu.
Yeah, Fatu.
Who's the announcer?
I did it for the Rock.
Hold on.
Rock. Not Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, you completely Wade Barrett it. Jacob Fatu.
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 Oh, Gov.
Anyway, I anticipate those three being announced on SmackDown tomorrow night. And again, Shinsuke, probably. Oh no, he's already announced. So, like, I think that they're Balor is Balor hurt?
I think he's injured, isn't he? Oh wait, no, he's not injured.
McDonough's
Where is
hurt
he?
for sure.
McDonough. Did you guys watch the playback of that
McDonough's
shit?
McFuck.
Fuck.
He's so lucky. It's
My
literally
countryman.
only a punctured lung.
Yeah. Nope. It's something different, Ransom.
And broken ribs.
He's a different
It's
Mick.
true.
He's a Mick.
Oh, damn.
He's a Mick Irish, not a Mick Scott.
No, he's real fucking lucky. That was scary as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, he finished the fucking match. Like, good on him, man. Like, that's cool, but also, like, know your limits. Like, it's okay to fucking tap out and be like, man, I might be internally bleeding. I'm gonna go to the back now. Like, somebody else fucking cover for me. But I mean, you know, big balls and all that. So, like, Finn Balor might be here. So, like, I anticipate the field probably being whittled to about 22-ish. I think we're going to see some surprises. I don't think that anybody's going to be, you know, super stoked for it. I think Randy Orton probably returns.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah, he's been gone for a while. I forgot about him.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think that his injury was a kayfabe injury anyway. So, like, I think that he probably returns.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows? Kevin Owens might show up in the Rumble. Sad it is as it is to say.
Challenges for his own winged eagle belt.
I feel I think I said on the pod last week or the week before, like, at this point, not having Joe Hendry would be a disappointment. And yeah, it's sad. But here's the thing. I think that he probably booked this gig on the Jericho cruise well in advance.
Oh, for sure.
And like, not knowing that there would be a TNA, like, WWE, you know,
Merger.
I say it's all a work. Joe Hendry comes out, it would be the biggest pop ever.
Like I said, maybe
absolutely.
WWE / TNA will, scrape together some funding for him and get him a helicopter off the boat or something. Who knows?
I mean, we know about it. I get, because people in the Jericho cruise will be tweeting that out, like, oh my god, there's a fucking helicopter landing on the fucking cruise ship. Oh, there goes Joe Hendry. And I think that'd be fucking wild, by the way, if that did come out. You know, just another thing to fucking resent Jericho for. That list is growing. That's the new list of Jericho's ways that I resent you.
He's the learning tree, Beef. What are you talking about?
Fucking that tree's
All right,
rotten from
let's
the roof up.
let's focus.
Yeah, dialing it back. But I think that a guy like Matt Cardona could show up. Hearing fucking, you know, radio kickoff, having him come out in the fucking bro gear.
You'd hear O radio, and then a record scratch, and then some other
It'd
music.
probably go into his his always ready music, probably.
Yeah.
But I appreciate. I think he appreciates the levity of the situation, and I think that if he were in the Rumble, he'd probably do a throwback. He'd probably do the one-legged tights and the fucking, like, headband. He might even come out with the fucking, like, internet championship. Who knows? But yeah, Cardona, I think, is, I won't say a lock, but I feel pretty confident he's going to be in this year. So yeah, I mean, it's not quite a full field, which means it lets our minds wander. The big thing here is I just don't want to disappoint him, as always. So here are my final four. Take him, leave him, whatever. CM Punk, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Seth freaking Rollins.
Oh, girl, please.
Wow.
I think Ransom's up.
I don't know. I don't care. Let's do it.
It's tough because I'm always going first, so it's just tough to figure out. But yeah, I think Ransom. It would be you.
Wait, no, hold on. Didn't I went? Wait. Who picked? Oh man, I lost.
So Poot picked DIY, Ransom picked Cody first. You picked your final four first, and then Poot did Charlotte first, and then yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking did.
It's nothing to brag about. Who would it be then?
Yeah, it's you. It's you.
Okay, neat.
Men's final four.
Final four. All right, so we're picking the winner of the Rumble.
I can guarantee you, I can hear it in Poot's mind right now. Oh, good, something else for the fucking obsess about for the next fucking 3 months.
No. I'm sitting here and I'm just like, earlier on, he actually fucking lost track of what was happening. So I'm like, it washes. It's
Just
a wash. It washes.
Wash.
Whatever. It's a wash.
I've lost track of many a thing tonight. All right, so we're picking Survivor Series.
That's
I'm gonna
what I'm
say-
saying.
See what I mean? All right, let's go.
Saturday?
Great Balls of Fire.
Oh no!
Boom! Throwback.
Hi, buddy.
How about...
Throw up.
Hi.
Oh, throw up. How about CM Punk?
Ooh.
Definitely Juan Cena.
Sorry, sorry to interject. I like beef. I have TNA on, and I was just watching. I don't know who it is in the match, and I've watched him do this like over the top, like backwards jump, and look like he was gonna break his neck. Oh, scary.
Sounds real important. Not knowing who it is.
I think it was Ace Austin.
Is that who
in
that
the
is?
trunks.
Yeah.
Thank
You. I don't know
Also,
some
maybe it was-
people's names if I don't catch them on their entrance. I know Wesley,
Yeah,
but yeah.
He's part of the ABC, the Bullet Club of TNA, and also I think that move was a Fosbury flop. Anyway, Ransom, you
Sorry.
got Punk Cena.
What? Huh?
Punk and Cena.
What are we... Are they in
Fi-
WrestleMania?
Final four. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, those two... I'm going to say, just because... Dear Lord, are you okay?
No, I'm dead.
Oh, well, you sound pretty good for a dead man.
Fuck!
I'm going to toss
Sounded
Jacob
like
Fudge.
a badger coming out of a fucking the Frankenfurter. I don't
Good job. That was real bad. But you know what? You're trying. You're getting your feet wet. I'll give you. Everybody gets a pass. Everybody gets a pass on their first one. Good try.
Oh, I'm sorry for interrupting, Ransom. I really thought that was gonna be good, and it came out. It was like a wet fart. Punk Cena. Yeah, exactly.
Some bitch.
Poor Ransom's been trying to fucking do his picks now for like 5 minutes, being interrupted by literally everything. And we've gotten 2 of them.
Could you imagine the hissy fit the other 3 of my co-presenters would pitch if that lengthy, twice over interruption happened to them? Lord Almighty, divas would be exploding the hissy fit that these other 3 would have had. Meanwhile, I'm over here going, wait, what? What do we?
Yeah, but we're not fucking baked out of our minds, cowboy. There's a difference.
But you know what? Your interruptions are no less salient. So, in your face.
Yeah.
Who did I pick?
Yeah, you're right.
I picked John Cena.
and Sam Punk.
No, he didn't pick.
It's been 4 hours since I started this one pick.
He didn't pick John Cena. He picked Juan Cena. Let's be
Juan
clear.
Cena.
years.
It's been 80. Well, there's another year off of it, so it's 85. John Cena, damn it. Stop, please. Oh, I feel like MSK trying to stutter my way through a freaking explanation
Stop
of where I was.
pummeling me. It really hurts.
God, Mistress Mayhem. John Cena, Jacob Fatu, CM Punk, and because I don't think that the Cody KO match will end in a farmy way. I wanted to, but I don't think it will. I'm going to say number 4 is Kevin Owens.
Oh, okay. Okay. Tom.
Oh boy. All right, strap in. I thought I was gonna be a visionary and revolution and groundbreaking with my final 4, but I unfortunately beef somehow fucking snuck in and saw my playbook. He fucking Belichicked me. So I got Rollins, Punk, Roman Reigns, and Cena as my final 4.
I mean, with all due respect, that's not revolutionary at all. That's four of the top names of all time, really. So,
Well, maybe my
I
winner, maybe my winner was gonna be more of a surprise, but whatever.
that's fair. Poochki, we are now picking the final four for the men.
Oh, is that what we're fucking doing? Okay. There it is. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Try the veal. Thank you for coming to the Holiday Inn in Paramus. That's
Your alien had a room at the Holiday Inn, Paramus.
Oh no! I dribbled a little bit out of my PP whenever you did that. Oh no! Gotta change. Gotta change.
Oh no!
I gotta insert the technical difficulties screen here on the
Ransom
thing.
technically peed himself on the podcast. I say he wins the belt de facto starting right now. Your new cruiserweight champion.
It wasn't a pee. It was a trickle. Big difference.
Your new you put pee in your pants. Therefore, on the podcast, therefore you are the new cruiserweight champion.
That's all it was, just a miss.
I'm trying to give you the belt.
Pee.
Why are you
just a miss?
All right, you're not the new cruiserweight champion. Okay, I take it back.
I have no authority to do anything.
I have all the authority. I'm Poot the Bard, baby.
That's not a thing.
It is.
No, you're imaginary.
No, you're imaginary.
Am I imaginary?
Durden.
God damn it, Durden. Fuck you, Ransom. I almost spit beer. I almost spit beer all over my fucking microphone, you son of a bitch. All right, my final four. CM Punk, John Cena, Roman Reigns, and boy.
Come on. You can do it.
You know.
You could get weird. You could do it.
You didn't.
I didn't. Jacob fucked who? Kevin Owens?
Yeah, he absolutely did.
All right. You know what? This one's gonna be real weird. Logan Paul.
Okay.
Oh, I like that one.
CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul.
That's definitely a weird
that's
one.
A good one.
It was between that fourth one again. It was between Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre of all people.
Man,
I could see him too. Yeah,
McIntyre makes in the pantheon of those three people. McIntyre makes a lot of fucking sense.
He does.
Okay.
But I'm gonna put Logan Paul in there.
Yes.
For fucking giggles.
Yes.
And that's my giggle pick. Now, so that's that for me. I'm not gonna espouse any more upon it. I feel like three of those are a lock. One of those is kind of like a little zhuzh on the taint. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's a little zhuzh.
Did you see?
Oh, dead.
Did you see the clip on Raw where Rollins and Gunther are having their little stare down, and Logan Paul's music hits, and Seth Rollins says to Gunther, "Who is that?" I don't know. Like, I don't know if that was legit or if it was a fucking rib or if it was just him marginalizing Logan Paul and his involvement. But
I think a little bit of all of it.
And I'm pretty sure that Gunther's sort of fucking cutting up. It's very rare to see Gunther fucking.
Gunther was corpsing. Someone called the man.
Absolutely fucking corpsing. He was fucking losing his shit a little bit.
Oh man, I've got to watch it now.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. So that's why I'm like, but like they had to know, right?
Was that Raw?
You know, was that
on Raw?
Yeah.
Okay.
They had to know, like it was, they're the fucking all sitting in Curtain Gorilla, like they had to know, right? This can't be like. But then again, fucking Vince McMahon got scared by Austin Theory's music at WrestleMania, thinking it was Steve Austin. So weird times we live in.
Sorry, complete sidebar. So once again, full disclosure, I do have TNA on the background. I have it, like volume turned down. So, obviously you can't hear anything it's not interrupting the podcast or anything, but I love the fact that they are fully leaning in to Nick Nemeth, that's my brother. Like, it's watching Ryan Nemeth come down the entranceway, and I don't even have the volume on, but I just see the words him mouthing, "That's my brother." I'm like, Jesus Christ, I fucking love it.
I like what they're doing with the Hollywood hunk. I think it's good, and I think that Nick Nemeth might be a fucking surprise at the Rumble too. He has a fucking penchant for coming out number 30, so it would not shock me if the wanted man was number 30.
I would fucking love that shit. I would love to see Nick
number
Nemeth.
30s have done dick for Dolph Ziggler, as I'm sure that this one would as well.
Oh no, I know it would, but I would love to see. I would love to see the wanted man, Nick Nemeth.
Yeah, man, agreed. I think that'd be cool. And again, neat things that you can do with this partnership. The one thing I'll say is this: it definitely seems to be leaning a little bit more NXT-y than like main roster.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So,
but wasn't that how it was announced? Wasn't it announced
absolutely.
that they had there was going to be a working relationship between specifically NXT and TNA?
Yes, absolutely. So there shouldn't be any expectation for anything but that. But at the same time, that means that, guys like Nick Nemeth, like Joe Hendry, are a phone call away. Unfortunately, it also means that guys like the fucking Hardy Boys are a phone call away.
Stop it.
So now it's time for the main event, the pick of who wins the Men's Royal Rumble match 2025. And
3 points, Jeff Hardy.
This
Jeff Harvey.
The odds have fluctuated greatly over the last, I think, 3 months or so, with the three guys, Punk, Cena, and Seth, all being favorites at one point or another. And now they're literally separated by 50 points, all three of them. So as far as the people in Vegas, odds makers, whoever they are, I keep saying the people in Vegas. I don't think they're actually out of Vegas anymore. But anyway, the people in the know seem to be very convinced that it's going to be a very close call between these three. Rollins never really fit for me. Whenever he was the favorite for about a week and a half, I was like, whatever. This doesn't make sense. Why? Why would they do that? It doesn't make a lot of sense unless they're trying to force a CM Punk WrestleMania main event. And I wouldn't be pissed if Rollins wins. Honestly, there's not a lot of people I think that would really piss me off if they won.
Yeah.
I think that for the first time I can say that. But at the end of the day, I'm going with my gut. I really wanted Punk to win last year, and he was right there. And I think again he's going to be right here at the end again. I don't think he's going to win it this year. And the only reason I don't think he's going to win it this year is because there's a guy that's retiring this year that's probably the greatest of all time. And there's one thing that I think would cement that legacy, and that would be being the second guy in history to win 3 Royal Rumbles. And if I'm not incorrect, I think that would be 3 Royal Rumbles across 3 decades. I don't exactly know whenever John Cena won his last, or when he won his first one. But he almost won it in 2008. So I think it's just the 2 decades. But he almost won it in 2008. He won it in 2010, and then sometime. So I think that John Cena does win it. It's a 1-pointer, so it doesn't hold a lot of gravitas. I'd be happy to be wrong. So the only thing that gives me pause about this, and said that it could still be Punk, look at how they're promoting John Cena in the Elimination Chamber. Like, every event this year is going to be John Cena's last whatever, right? John Cena's last Royal Rumble, John Cena's last WrestleMania, John Cena's last fucking Money in the Bank, blah, blah, blah. But, like, the way that they started promoting Elimination Chamber in early January by saying John Cena's last Elimination Chamber, and they never, like, I mean, obviously we know it's John Cena's last Royal Rumble, but they've never, like, promoted it that way. I get a weird vibe that maybe he wins his ticket to WrestleMania at the Elimination Chamber, just how it's being booked, how it's being promoted. Now, again, I could be wrong, so that does give me a little bit of hope for CM Punk. And again, I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that Punk wins, and that him and John Cena have like a moment there at the end, where Punk wins and gets to like have his time in the sun, because it's literally the last thing he needs to do. But I'll also say this: as far as we know, Punk has at least one more year in him. This partnership with WWE has not gone tits up yet, and by all accounts, he's thriving.
Oh yeah.
You see him in all these fucking backstage videos with like Cody, like chewing the scenery, like going down to NXT and just having the time of his life with the people down there. And like, it's coming through in the promos, man. I don't know if you guys watched the stuff with Cody on Monday night, but it was great. The whole thing, start to finish, was really, really good.
Yeah, it was a master class.
I did not get to watch the full thing yet, but I will after this podcast.
But that quote from Cody, "You're my friend, right, Punk?" Like, it was so like morally.
It felt fucking icky. It felt that was, I think, our first glimpse of Codelander.
Absolutely,
I really do.
You could see everything that CM Punk was saying was true. The way that Cody was holding himself, his demeanor, the way he looks kind of rugged and tired, a little bit, behind the 8-ball. Like, you could see CM Punk being 100% right about everything he was saying. And I think that made it all the sweeter. So that said, I'm not writing Punk out. Absolutely. But I think, smart money is with John Cena. Because, again, it is his retirement tour. Let him have his fucking lap, man. Like, let him take his lap. And again, I spent many years of my life hating John Cena. Not because of who he was or what he was doing, but because it was constant. Now, I appreciate John Cena for everything that he did for the industry, for everything he's done outside of the industry to make it better. And I'm fine with him being the other person that has 3 Royal Rumble wins. That way you can say, the debate is, Stone Cold or John Cena. Yeah, Stone Cold was hot, but for a far less number of years than John Cena was. So, like, I think that you can have the discussions if Cena wins his 3rd Rumble. So I am fine with, honestly, again, any of my Final 4 winning, I'm fine with. It'd be a weird year for Seth. The only thing I'll say, the only caveat I'd say is this. I think Roman Reigns winning just perpetuates this fucking Roman and Cody thing. Into the point where it's starting to feel like the new Orton Cena. Yeah. So, like, let's have a clean break. I pray that we get Jacob Fatu eliminating Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And it sets up their match at WrestleMania. And I hope that Roman does not win. And again, he's going to win another one. At least one more. He's a guy that'll probably also win 3. Again, if I'm being honest with myself, Roman Reigns is probably a guy who's probably going to win 2 more as well, just because of the machine being behind him. But again, it's John Cena's year. John Cena should win. And I think that John Cena will win. Oh, and I was wrong, by the way. He did. If he does win this year, it would be across 3 decades. He won '08. He won in 2013. And then, yeah, would be this year. So that would be a really fun stat to have. Anywho, I've talked a while. I think it's Tom's pick here.
So there's a lot of things that Beef said in general. There's a lot of things that Beef said that I actually was already thinking, and my surprise, my spoiler pick was not going to be John Cena. I thought about it originally, but like as was mentioned, they've been heavily promoting Elimination Chamber. So I don't think Cena wins at the Rumble. However, I do think he will end up with another record set. I think he'll eventually end up getting that 17th championship. So I'm on board with that entirely for all the reasons that were already mentioned. I know I have Roman in my final four, but I don't think he's gonna win. And like was just mentioned, I think the possibility of Jacob Fatu. I think Jacob Fatu is gonna cost Roman some sort of distraction or something, and Seth eliminates Roman. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still kind of curious as to what the favor is, because that was brought up again recently. I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. Maybe the favor is somehow that, you know, Punk gets into a main, a title match at WrestleMania or a main event match or something like that. And one of the matches is a triple threat. And I could see that easily happening with Punk and Gunther, and my pick for the winner of the Royal Rumble, Seth Rollins. It's a real toss-up, and that's why I kept it as my one-pointer, because I could see them going either way. I could see them, like almost anything makes sense, realistically. Like, whether or not I would prefer, one person over another or not is irrelevant. I'm going with, like, what actually makes sense, though. Like, it makes sense for Rollins because he's kind of already made his mission statement. If he wins, that he's pretty much going after Gunther, and that's fine. And then you could easily insert, Punk in as a triple threat. And if they're feeling really fucking squirrely, they could throw Drew McIntyre in there and make it a fatal four-way. Who knows? Whatever. Cena, I obviously you can make the argument for Cena, but if Cena wins the Rumble, then what do you do with him being so heavily promoted for Elimination Chamber? Because they wouldn't I don't feel like they would heavily promote him, for the Elimination Chamber, and then just have him be like, oh, and here, the backstage segment, it's John Cena, whatever. Like,
fuck, you're right. Damn it.
So that's why I'm going with Seth. That's why I thought my final four and my men's Rumble winner was going to be revolutionary and visionary and I try. Words, things, and stuff. But, I got Rollins winning it, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with old Codelander. We'll see. I think Cena wins the Elimination Chamber, and you get Cena and Cody at Mania, because everybody at this point, like, so beloves John Cena that it kind of almost has to turn Cody heel. So maybe that's the catalyst you need to get to the Codelander stuff, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great fucking thought. I didn't even think about and I mean it's possible that maybe John won't be in an Elimination Chamber match, or maybe he'll just be doing something else. Maybe he'll be wrestling another match. It's possible, but yeah, I mean, again, I think if they're promoting him that hard, he's probably going to be in a chamber and probably going to win a chamber. Ah, damn it. And I mean, so the only thing, and again, yes, absolutely, I think that Seth could win, and somehow we get a triple threat with Seth and Gunther and Punk. I just feel like having a triple threat with the winner of the Royal Rumble is at Mania is, I don't want to say beneath them, but it feels very, I don't know.
I mean, they did.
I don't like it.
Batista, Bryan Danielson, and Orton.
Yep, they sure did.
But that was them kowtowing to the fans because they know if they didn't. God bless you. You know, if
Godzilla.
they didn't, it was gonna be a fucking Mothra. It was gonna be a fucking a bloodbath. The other one was Benoit and Michael and Triple H, where they didn't feel like Benoit could carry it. He could have, by the way. Also, Ray. Okay, Ray and Orton and Angle. Same thing, where they just kind of plugged in someone. And again, you want to talk about things that degrade, denigrate
my spine.
the Royal Rumble.
Something different.
That's the kind of thing where one guy had to go through 30 other men. The other one,
yeah, baby.
Your mother. That's who went with 30 other men. Trebek.
The other one just gets put in there or has to face a one-off match to get in there. I don't know. I was thinking that maybe Rollins wins and it forces Punk's hand, and Punk beats Gunther at Elimination Chamber.
That too. That could happen.
Yeah. That was another thing I was thinking.
Wait. Why would Punk face Gunther in Elimination Chamber?
So that he could have his WrestleMania moment, his WrestleMania main event. Because Seth Rollins would be ha 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 ha! I have denied you your WrestleMania main event because you're a fuck off, and everybody hates you.
Yeah,
and, but
why would suddenly it's well, now I choose Gunther.
Same
Gunther
reason.
used Chop. Why does Punk get to just all of a sudden decide, hey, Elimination Chamber, by the way, facing Gunther. Bye, everybody.
I think that it would be, because again, let's not mince words. He's one of, if not their biggest draw. And, I think it becomes a very much a Shawn Michaels facing The Undertaker at WrestleMania 26 type thing, where he's fuck. Seth Rollins stole my WrestleMania moment. How the fuck do I get this back? And, parlays it into a victory over Gunther. Again, that's...
Parlay, huh?
That's not as clean as I'd like it to be. But I think that that's a road that they could go. And honestly, I'd probably prefer that than just Punk being slapped into a triple threat match, which is the other alternative. That notwithstanding, Poot, you have a pick that you need to make with the Men's Royal Rumble winner.
Oh, for God's sake, you guys, all the pontification, all the discussion, all the everything.
Oh.
We need to just be realistic here. We need to go, what is going to be best for business? What is going to be here? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. LA Knight, for 1 point.
Stop it.
No, I honestly, to me, I was sitting here and I was listening to all the conjecture, all the everything, all the different ways you could take this. I understand that Cena winning the Rumble, it is very feasible. It is very likable. People would pop for it. I am with you on this. Truly, I am. However, I will sit and I will say this. Cena could win Elimination Chamber and go forth unto WrestleMania and have his moment. Cena, at this point in his career, does not need, and no shade to Punk in this discussion, Cena does not need the Rumble win. He doesn't. I understand that it is very likely. It is very feasible that Cena wins this. I get it. I don't think he needs it. I feel like Cena does better when he's in situations that are a little more desperate, maybe a little more nuanced. I can't believe I'm saying that about John Cena, but I feel like he does. And I feel like I just feel like it is a more feasible path to have my 1 point pick, CM Punk, winning the Royal Rumble. Have him have his moment to go forth unto WrestleMania and have his main event WrestleMania moment that he so desired. And Beef is sitting here saying, Punk has another year in him. He does. How good of a year is that going to be, though? Like, no offense to Punk. He came back and in very short order tore his tricep. A 46-year-old man tore his tricep. Shock and awe. Like, Punk's in great shape. He's one of the best that's ever done it. But like, he's getting long in the tooth. So is Cena. I feel like it's more feasible, and I think it's better for Cena to come out, cut some fucking promos, talk about Elimination Chamber, how he's going to come out on top, have all the odds up against him in a more nuanced, granular, dynamic fashion, to where Cena's not going to get his, it's the last year, Cena's retiring, he's never coming back. And it's like, well, he's not going to get his Rumble moment. This sucks. Like, what's going to happen? And like, Cena just has to fight uphill. John Cena lives in the uphill battle. He lives in that Sisyphusian effort of pushing that boulder up the fucking hill. That is where John Cena lives. John Cena lives in hustle, loyalty, and respect. He lives in that underdog, no matter how over he is, no matter how big the like, you know, the things that are blessed upon him, no matter how many people are behind him. For some reason, John Cena just fucking lives in that shit. CM Punk winning the Rumble makes sense, because then he can shoot his mouth off going into Rumble. He can do his thing. Punk doing that is more interesting than Cena doing that, in my humble opinion.
How drunk are you?
Okay. I'm saying CM Punk 1 point.
How drunk are you, Poos?
I mean, I'm here for that. I don't, you know, I don't.
He doesn't agree.
I don't think he's super off base with that. I think that is.
Cena does better in the Superman uphill underdog, man of the people, you know, every, you know, apple pie, baseball, mom, the fucking national anthem, fucking going to do your civic duty, fucking all that stuff. Cena does better with that. Punk's like, I fucking won the Rumble. I get my fucking one. What?
Yeah, but seriously, how drunk are you?
Pooh just recreated Cena's entrance from WrestleMania 31 when he faced Rusev for the United States title. Like, I just, as Pooh was saying all that shit, I just saw him coming out at WrestleMania 31.
Oh, patriotic.
What, banging Lana in the tank?
No, Cena, not Rusev.
Yeah, but how drunk are you though?
I'm not. I got a buzz on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit you.
Between your rampant confusion and you're pounding your fist on your freaking table like some sort of dictator giving a speech.
Like Dwight.
Like
Yeah.
I was just wondering
Like a
how
cult
in
of
the tank you are.
personality.
In the tank.
Okay. All right, Ransom, who you got for the winner of this mess?
Strap in, girls, because this was the hardest one for me. Like, you guys are like, well, it's got to either be this guy or this guy, but bing, bong, bang. I'm like, I don't know how you got there, because, like, I spiderwebbed everywhere. So, like, Roman, that could be a thing. Haha, you took it from me last year. I take it from you this year. Blah, blah, blah. We just come back and forth every year forever. Forever and ever, amen. So that's an option. It could be Rollins. You know, they've had some exchanges, some words. So I can see that happening. I mean, heck, less likely, probably, definitely. But I could see, like, you know, Cody officially winning the ladder match. And KO enters this Rumble and wins, and, you know, says to Cody he's going to do it legit, whatever. Like, yeah, it's a further possibility, but I could see that happening. Punk, for obvious reasons, I could see that happening. And then Cena, like, sure, he's been advertised for Elimination Chamber, but did the advertisement say John Cena's last Elimination Chamber or John Cena's last Elimination Chamber match?
I think it was John Cena's last appearance at the Elimination Chamber.
So that could mean a lot of things. And I would think that Triple H is intelligent enough to know, like, hey, if we advertise John Cena's last Elimination Chamber, everyone's going to think, like, oh, well, he's not going to win the Rumble because we're advertising this for Elimination Chamber. Like, that's probably not a good idea. So, like, it all could be a bait and switch. Like, he could be just wrestling in a match, but not be in the actual Elimination Chamber match. And then he could win the Rumble without people are going to think, hey, in the Elimination Chamber, not going to be in the, you know, not going to win the Rumble. There's a surprise. So dang it all, I can see that happening. And then I could even see Randy Orton winning the Rumble and going on to face Cody Rhodes because, you know, Cody made a point to point out that he's, you know, a student of Randy Orton. And, you know, I think we talked about it before, whether it was pro or con, but we talked about it. Like, how fun would that, you know, be to see, you know, whether who's the face and who's the heel, we don't know, like Cody versus Orton, kind of like, you know, the student becoming the master, yada, yada. Hold on, I gotta take a drink. All right. So I could see that happening. It's like I spiderwebbed everywhere with this. And this was the hardest one for me to freaking think of. And it's a three-pointer. And once again, for shame, you desk-pounding, small mustache-having podcast dictator you.
Ooh. Let's be careful on that second one there, cowboy.
Well, shave it down. I want to see it. Unlike you, I'm still going to get wacky with it. I'm still going to get weird with it. It's a three-pointer, so it's probably going to bite me in the keister, but let's face it, I'm a better cheerleader than I am a football player. So, I'm going to say 3 points. Royal Rumble winner, The Rock.
Damn. I was waiting to see if somebody was going to try to put somebody as the winner that's not in the Final Four.
You know, I was Ransom, you're not off base here. That kicked around in my noodle, but I'm like, nah.
Well, and I'm afraid we've got some bad news. He kicked up in the odds a lot in the last 24 hours.
Who, The Rock?
I like how Beef drops this now.
Yeah.
After the fact, yeah. Way to go, Beef.
Now, after the fact.
Hey, do your own fucking research, man. Do your own fucking homework.
Do your own fucking research.
If you're finished with your cunty talk, I'd treat this fucking title with the fucking...
talk.
Hold on. 1 second here.
Oh no. Oh no.
I treat this title with the fucking prestige and the fucking lineage that it deserves, and I do my fucking homework.
Sorry,
and I
cowboy,
do-
that ain't
and
gonna
I
work.
I do my own fucking homework before these matches happen. So
Oh,
yes, I take it very.
Oh, we want to
no.
play that game. We
Oh,
want to play
come
that
on.
game. We're doing it.
No, please don't.
All right. I'm taking it away. There we go. All right.
I like
Oh,
how,
he muted.
I like how in
There we
one
go.
I like how in one instance, you know, you hear Beef talking about the lineage and the grandiose of this title, and another moment he's like, I could give a shit less about it.
Yeah, man. So it makes the fucking what when I don't have it, it don't mean shit to me. But when I have it, I'm gonna make it the best fucking title in the world, baby. Because that's how we fucking operate. That's how we make titles better. This
All
is
right.
the forever reign, and we figure that out by doing the homework. And yes, where was the recent odds here? The Rock is
Oh no! What happened?
The Rock is suddenly the fourth favorite in the Rumble, next to Cena, Rollins, and Punk. The Rock's odds
It's
are a little bit longer. It's 8-1, but he still is, again, and
It's not-
they're odds.
It's not outside the scope. It's not. It's not outside the scope. I just, maybe this is me just wanting a thing. I don't want that to happen. The Rock doesn't fucking need it. We don't fucking need it. It doesn't need to happen. The end.
I think Ransom's onto something though. It would not shock me.
How
Because
far down
again-
was? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
No,
how far
I
down
was-
was
I
The
was-
Rock? Like, where did he come up?
Yeah. Let me see
I
here.
know.
No, you're good. So not a whole hell of a lot farther, but he did overcome McIntyre and Reigns. So like he did jump with them here pretty significantly. And in the opening odds, he was number 3 and then dropped and came back in. So and I think and I've been thinking this a lot with the whole like him coming out on the Netflix premiere and acting like Dwayne the Owner Johnson, not The Rock, right?
Mhm.
Like kind of settling his beefs with Cody, settling his beefs with Roman Reigns. And then everybody online griping about it, being, even though we all fucking hated it and didn't want his involvement, fucking Twitter, X, whatever you want to fucking call it, was immediately on fire where they're like, oh, what's The Rock doing? Just fucking casually dropping kayfabe and, casually ending all these fucking stories. And he comes out on NXT the next night. He's like, I'm miles ahead of you guys, so don't even think about it. When he said that he was miles ahead, or like 2 steps ahead or whatever, I was like, okay, he's that it's a little shifty. So like this may be the year we get the 31 and we get The Rock, and it would be apropos if Cena was the one to take him out. I think that would be a big time like mark out moment if Cena was the winner, the ultimate winner, and his last elimination was The Rock. I think that would be great. I definitely don't want that to happen, The Rock to win. I don't even really want The Rock to be involved. But it's not outside the realm of possibility. Let me throw another name out there that's gaining some traction. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Bork Laser.
I thought about putting him in my possibly in my final 4. But man, I don't know. Like, so
Very tenuous situation.
So
the thing with him,
yeah.
with the whole Vince lawsuit, and then he's close to Vince McMahon. I mean, he's closer to money. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
I feel like he's a guy that feels like he owes Vince something. I mean, so does Cena, but like, here we are.
Well, so here's the thing, that the scenario you brought up earlier of like of where I think it was brought up. Seth wins the Rumble, Punk faces Gunther at Elimination Chamber, and then maybe if Brock didn't come back at the Rumble, maybe you get like somehow you get Gunther and Brock at WrestleMania. You get fucking the meat fest that we missed out on before.
Yeah.
Big
Absolutely.
meaty man slapping meat.
Yep.
We were.
Oh God! Why didn't I even think of that? Okay,
Big E.
Yeah, not as a Final Four or a Rumble winner, but like, what do you think the odds are that Big E comes back at the Rumble?
Don't we have a pick for surprise entrance?
No.
Nah. Because we're already giving out 4 bonus points, maybe it's a possibility. I mean, with the way that New Day trashed him, absolutely. And I think that heel New Day is killing it right now, so it would not shock me if he were to eliminate Cody. Perhaps, or not Cody,
Kofi?
Kofi. Yeah, Kofi, not Cody. If he were to eliminate Kofi.
Put the wrong consonant in with the wrong syllables.
I did. To kind of kickstart a thing with them. I just don't know, because again, like, his injury was one of those ones where like his livelihood could have ended, and not like his working, but like his ability to walk on 2 limbs. So like, I feel like whenever it's something like that, you have to be very, like, absolutely for fucking certain that like nothing is going to like alter that. Like, he's a great personality, and I really think that they should lean into that more. I mean, if he wants to do it, and if it's safe for him to do so, absolutely. But like, as a fan of Big E, I don't want to see him like potentially risk by, having one last, spot, one last big Mania match before he's done. So like, I don't know. It's certainly on the radar for sure. And again, WWE knows what they're doing whenever they leave all these like spots open for chance. And again, I think by the end of tomorrow night's SmackDown, I think that there's probably going to be about 8 or 9 spots open for debate. Just be careful when you start to do the math. I remember the one year where I think it was in San Antonio, and like they had like all those names on like the marquee, on like the poster, and we were trying to suss out, oh well, so and so's not there. Oh, there's gonna be like 9 spots for surprises, and then like it was all just fucking regular fuckos that we kind of sort of expected, and there was like maybe 1 surprise, and we were like, oh, well.
Yeah, that shit drives me nuts.
I remember that. I was so disappointed.
Yep. We all were, because they gave us enough rope to hang ourselves with, and we did them the favor by we did them the favor by climbing as high in the tree as we could. So like, temper your expectations, because let's not forget, a mere month ago, we were hearing that they reached out to fucking Ric Flair and Hacksaw Jim Duggan for appearances at the Royal Rumble. I don't know if it was in or at. So like, don't be shocked if some fucking dinosaur comes out in the middle of the Rumble. And maybe
there's
Ric
always
Flair
one.
did not
There's
go
always
over the top
one. There is always one beef.
Sometimes. Maybe it'll be cool. Like whenever Piper and Snuka had their beef in the 2008 Royal Rumble.
Oh, that was so
I
sad.
think that was.
Maybe
But it was so fun to watch the entire ring stop and watch these two dudes who they watched growing up. Like have one more.
I mean,
Yeah,
maybe, but like, Snuka was
yeah,
slow.
listen,
Piper
Oh, yeah.
was fat.
Yep.
Like, it was very sad.
I'd be more entertained if we got Mark Henry and Mae Young's hand baby in the Rumble than any old dinosaur.
all right.
Just
All
saying.
right, Tom. Like we can say things we can't take back, but like
Mark Henry, I actually agree with. I think the Mark Henry would be fun. At least
That
over
would be a
fucking
fun
Hacksaw
one.
Or Ric Flair.
Flair couldn't go
Also,
to
No,
the top rope. There's no chance.
that won't happen. I've trust me. I've listened enough of him talking and stuff like that to say like he is not getting back in the ring at all ever. He is done. So
didn't he say that he has another match left in him? Like the last 2 months.
no.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Mark Henry. No.
Ric Flair.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Mark Henry.
I meant
Mark
Mark
Henry.
Henry. No, I meant
Okay.
Mark Henry. No, Mark
Okay.
Henry's done. He ain't getting in a ring again.
All right. Well, that's too bad. I will point out just for shits and giggles that it is in Indianapolis. We do happen to know a very famous NFL player who is,
yeah.
has been appeared
hey.
in the Rumble before. So don't be surprised if one of those spots is for Pat McAfee.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Oh
He is
yeah,
more than a
for sure.
One.
Maybe it's more than a 10-second,
One.
Vignette time.
You're not wrong. Two. Congratulations on pronouncing his name right.
Thanks, man.
You nailed it, man. Good job.
I've been trying. I've been in my own head about it, so I've been trying to make a concerted effort. All that to say is that the Royal Rumble for a lot of people is their favorite event of the year. WrestleMania is
Yep.
always going to hold like a special place for me, but yeah, I think the Rumble is my favorite match of the year. Where for an hour and 10 minutes, it feels like anything could actually happen.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Do we? I was gonna say, do we have a stump the chumps at all or anything? Because if not,
We have. Well, okay, we have 3.
oh my.
Oh fuck. Okay.
2 from the Maniac, 1 from Dave. I can see the preview of Pat's one question that says, "In the spirit of the Royal Rumble," which means that it would be a Rumble question, I would think.
Well, let's do
And
that.
who
That's it.
knows with Dave?
Pat and Dave.
Pick one. Pick one.
Or one.
All right, Pat, Dave. All right.
Let's see. Let's see how quickly. So Pat, I'm gonna skip your first question to us. I'm gonna go right to the Rumble question, since it's and you just sent it yesterday. So, in the spirit of the Royal Rumble, here's a Survivor Series question. Damn it, Pat.
Oh,
Yeah, he got you. He hoisted
worked
you.
me.
Hoisted
He worked
you
me.
good.
No, he brings it back. No, he goes, no, it's Royal Rumble related.
Oh,
He
damn.
fucking worked me.
He worked us
It
twice.
worked.
He worked us
Double
twice.
turn.
Oh, this
Rude.
isn't a good sign, boys. That's not a good sign, boys.
As of the 2024 Royal Rumble, which 3 women are tied with most eliminations in a Rumble? Not cumulative, a
Ooh.
single Rumble match. Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair. I was gonna say Belair. I'm gonna go with.
So
I'm gonna
Shayna
go
had
with beef
the-
on this.
So I think that Bianca and Shayna had their same debut Rumble match. Belair had a lot like through the Rumble, but then Shayna came out with a fucking house of fire at the end. And then Rhea was in obviously 1 to 30 last year, 2 years ago.
What you snacking on?
So
Sorry.
No, I'm curious.
So yeah, if we're like I'm like 85 to 90% that those 3 are like spot on. Feel free to correct me. I don't think anybody went crazy with eliminations last year.
I'm trying to think. I know because I know
Nia
we were,
didn't have. a lot. Jade didn't have a lot. They were meaningful, but they didn't have a lot. Bailey had a few, but like I think it's 9. I think it might be 9 is the number. It might be 7. I don't know. It's either 7 or 9, but that's still a pretty high fucking number. You know, that's damn near a third of the Rumble, and I know that Shayna and Baszler, or that Shayna and Belair had the record.
Shayna and Baszler.
The record at the same, like, because they made them at the same
Ransom,
year,
I love how he blew past
which was
that.
great. I did because I say things like that all the time.
You said as of 2024.
Correct.
Okay.
Are we counting the greatest Royal Rumbles, those weird fucking things?
It doesn't matter because the women did not have a Greatest Royal Rumble.
Hmm.
Oh no.
And they never will. By the way, have heard speculation that like they're kicking around making the Rumble a 2-night event, and it probably is going to be exactly what we talked about, where it could kick off next year with the men's Rumble happening in fucking Saudi Arabia and the women's Rumble happening, in the U.S. so that they can actually fucking wrestle.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? I have no idea. I mean, aside from Rhea Ripley, I got no idea. I'm useless.
Wait.
Very confident.
So wait, what 3 did you say again?
Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley. I remember it because Baszler and Bianca Belair were the same year. It was their debut Rumble, and it was they made a big deal about Bianca having that many eliminations, and then Shayna just comes out and just starts fucking murdering people.
Oh.
And gets a whole bunch all at once.
I'm trying to think.
I'll go 93%. I will give you a Clearfield A on this. 93% certain.
Oh.
That's not saying much.
You're fucking okay.
Poot, are you exacerbated? It's the noise or the Clearfield reference?
Just because, every other school I've ever heard of. Every other school I've ever heard of has always done 80% and up B, 90% and up is an A, but Clearfield was always a fucking 93% and up was an A.
I remember whenever it was 92% and up was an A.
You sitting here and going, Clearfield has higher standards. Fuck you.
No, that's not it at all.
Nobody thinks Clearfield's a higher standard of anything.
Swanky.
Says someone who's been here once.
Again, I do spend a lot of time watching the classic stuff, and I have watched all 3 of the most recent Rumbles very recently.
Most recent?
Take that as you will.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. So we're going with Rhea. I mean, not in any particular order, but Rhea, Shayna, and Bianca.
Baszler, correct.
Yeah, I could get on board with that because I know Nia Jax had a lot.
I don't think she's had a lot in any one Rumble though.
She has. She had oh god, she had 8 last year.
Bang.
So, because she had a shit ton last year, Rhea had a shit ton. She had a shit ton in 2023.
Well, I know for sure that Shayna and Bianca are tied, and so they would either be Rhea or Nia, and I'm fairly certain it's fucking Rhea.
Probably.
Because otherwise you can't otherwise it would be a 4-way tie.
Right.
Wouldn't shock me if Nia's year last year was close to that.
Mm-hmm.
But not quite.
So you're saying you said since 2024?
No. As of the 2024 Royal Rumble.
Oh, okay.
Which 3 women are tied with the most eliminations in a single Rumble?
Oh, okay.
Not cumulative.
Oh, tied? No, then it's not Rhea. It's Bianca, Shayna, and Nia.
Girl, please.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure that Rhea tied the record on the year that she did first to last.
No.
Okay. I mean, listen, I have a history of pushing hard whenever I think that something is right and being wrong. So, like, if you are ardent about this and you feel that it is Shayna, Bianca, and Nia, I'll go with
I
that.
just know I remember Nia having I remember Nia having the most eliminations last year because I bitched and moaned and complained about it because I'm well documented not a Nia Jax fan.
Right, but how many was the most? Like, was it 5 or 6 last year?
No,
Because if it was
like
5 or 6 last year,
she had like 8.
you keep saying like 8, and again, that's like me saying that Ric Flair has been around for 80
Okay.
years. Like,
You know what? I defer to you other two in beef. Do what you
no,
want.
I'm just saying that I think that your opinion clouds your judgment. That like 6 eliminations may feel like 10 eliminations because it's fucking Nia Jax. I get what you're saying. But like at that point last year when she came in, I don't feel like there was enough bodies left in the Rumble for her to have 8 to 9 eliminations. Especially because she was not in the Final Four last year. So like if you factor in if you're saying she had 8 and there were 4 more after her that did not get eliminated by her, that's 12, which is roughly half the Rumble. I just don't think that that's and I'll leave it to Putin Ransom.
No.
Because again,
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Here's the thing. I have absolutely taken stances like this whenever someone's like, Beef, I think you're wrong. And I'm like, nah, dude, I think I'm right. And I have been and I've been burned by that like 4 times now.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. I've said my piece.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Poot Ransom weigh in.
Bro,
No, this is a team. This is you either say I think Beef is right and it's Rhea, or I think Tom's right and it's Nia.
Mom, Dad, I don't want to fight between. I don't want to choose.
I'm not asking for choices. It's not about who you love more. It's about, to your recollection, with Rhea Ripley's 2023 Royal Rumble and Nia Jax's 2024 Royal Rumble. And here's the other thing that I want to kind of bring out. This is a weird turn of phrase. He says, as of the 2024 Royal Rumble. Does he mean up to that point or including that point? Because that makes a difference, especially in this question.
That's like cheaty wordplay. Like, you're not stumping us on the question, you're stumping us on the wordplay.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know. I'm assuming.
I would imagine that includes 2024 because
that's what I'm making the assumption of.
I'm thinking that he means like for all the Royal Rumbles that have happened. Who has had?
Yes.
Or if he thinks that we're going to address this question after the 2025 Rumble, which is probably why he phrased it like that.
That's a possibility, yeah.
Because he probably didn't want us including the 2025 Rumble if we addressed this question after it happened.
Yep.
I thought at first that it was Rhea just because she came in first. So you would, well, I can't say so you. So my pea-sized brain would think, oh, she was in first and lasted the whole way through. She had the most eliminations. Maybe. But I don't know. When Tom brought up Nia Jax, I mean, that almost sounds familiar. Like them making a point to say that like either somebody tied with her or she tied for like I don't know. I could have swore I remember that somewhere. So I don't know. Your other two are the same, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one that we're differing on is whether Rhea or Nia is the third.
Ugh.
I just don't remember. So in my mind, I hear them making a big deal about Rhea Ripley's eliminations. I don't remember them making a big deal about Nia Jax's eliminations verbally. Oh, and you know that if someone tied the record, they do that. Now, here's the caveat I'll say. They could have been talking about Rhea Ripley's lifetime eliminations, which are
Yeah.
still staggering. She may. It's either her or Charlotte that has the record for like lifetime eliminations. So like it could have been that they were marveling at, but again, I just can't shake that feeling.
So
I don't know.
so now that you say that last part, I think that's why you're having that caveat. Is I think you are right. I think total eliminations, I think Rhea and Nia are tied. Like total lifetime eliminations. I will agree with you on.
Nia absolutely does not have the total. If anything, it's Rhea and Charlotte total because Nia hadn't had a ton of eliminations prior to last year.
Okay.
Oh, my neck. Oh,
I don't. But that Ransom's neck is giving me the same feeling of picking between the two of you. Oh God.
Again, it's not between the two of us. It's thinking of whether
the thing with
Again.
Nia that sticks out in my head is which was it 2023 or 2024 when R-Truth came out accidentally?
That was
last year.
2024. Yeah,
That was last
2024.
year.
So I could have, like, when I think of that moment, Nia was already in the ring.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I could have swore that she had a bunch of eliminations before that. And she winds up eliminating Truth, and I think she eliminates a couple other people after that. Like,
Yep.
that, for some reason, like, that sticks out in my head. Like, she got a lot.
She did, and they were basically building her up to feed the Jade Cargill.
Right.
Yeah.
I just don't know that they would throw away the record, not throw away, but like put her name in the record books for that just to be fed to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
it makes sense for Rhea Ripley because it was a historic night for her.
yeah, but
The first woman going 1-30, and to
Twice.
tie the record only to be fed to somebody. I don't know.
I mean, it would make sense if it would make sense that they give Nia that record, tying it or whatever, to give her something to hang on to say like, okay, but we're gonna have you do this, but we need you to, make Jade look like a beast, and you're gonna get eliminated by her. Like, we need you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours, sort of thing.
Yeah, but I think
I'm gonna say Nia.
Okay.
Okay. Then
I think, I don't know. It's something sticks in my head.
All right. That I'm fine with that. Like I said, I'm amenable to that. So we're going with Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, and Nia Jax, right?
Yeah, if
Yep.
I'm wrong, I apologize.
I mean, if I'm wrong, I'll take a leave of absence off of next week's podcast. It's fine.
There are 3 women with 8 eliminations, so I was halfway there. It was right in the middle of what I said. Bianca Belair, Shayna Baszler, and Nia Jax.
All right.
So
All right.
I walk it.
Good.
I walk
Good,
it back.
good.
Thank you for talking me off my crazy, Tom, and that's why I said it the way that I did. That like I've definitely like stepped in it before. So like I'm glad
that's why after a certain point I sat back, I threw my hands up, I said, "You do you," because if we win, hooray, Tom was right. If we lose, well,
hooray,
you know what they say.
Wrong.
You know what they say.
Oh.
I let you choose your own destiny on that one.
No, you fine.
Yes, you are.
Trying to see if there are stats.
Are we-
Rhea Ripley has 7. Rhea and Bailey have 7 each.
Wow, Bailey. Well, yeah.
Are we
Bailey's
doing
higher.
another one, or is that it? Because if we're,
Yeah, we can.
I wanted to make sure, because if we didn't have a Stump the Chumps, I had a little hot tag trivia question for you guys.
Also, to Tom's point, I'll mention this as well. Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley are both tied with the total cumulative number of eliminations with 20. So Nia does apparently do more work than I have thought. Charlotte and
All
Shayna are
right.
tied with 15. Bianca has 14 and Bailey has 17. Bailey has 17. That's wild to me.
That's pretty impressive.
But yeah, let's jump into Dave Stump the Chumps. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? Patrick? Pat?
Patathy.
What did you like to be called in college? What was it that you always? Oh yeah, Patty O'Shannon. He hates that, by the way. I hope he hears it and he gets just that tinge of vitriol for me. Pat, it was a good question, and to be fair, you did stump me, but I am many. We are pile driver. We are many. And you did not stump the collective. Ergo,
We are the board.
sir,
We're like a Voltron.
you lose. And you get nothing.
Oh,
Heck.
yeah.
Technically, you get the win over me.
If you want to parade that, that's fine. Make yourself a cardboard title. Pretend you're the tribal beef, but you ain't.
Oh. Jeez.
Dave says, "Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, gentlemen. I have returned to allow my glory to bask upon you mere mortals. After a short hiatus from the battle of intellects, I am back, but with a disdain for what has been happening with the P3 universe in my absence. I want to point out they talked about battle of intellects only to go on to misspell the word disdain. I will air my list of grievances since I missed Festivus.
Oh no, Dave!
TBT.
Good job, Dave.
Spell check's a thing, brother.
Tosses my creation, which, by the way, Dave is proudly displayed in the Beef Cave, the one true champion. Amber is attempting to steal my allegedly moniker. Got her. Or got him, I guess, right? Fucking Pat.
Oh, I love that the fans are now going to start a feud.
Scooby infringes upon my status as a belt creator, and Scoot dares to sour my name. I don't remember what happened there.
I don't either, but you know what? I fucking did it. Bring
I
it.
don't remember what happened there.
It's fucking fight night.
The outrage. My question is as follows. In the history of the Royal Rumble, how many winners have never won a world title at any time in WWFE, and can you name them? Allegedly yours, Dave Vapor.
Allegedly.
Read that one more time.
Here's the question. In the history of the Royal Rumble, how many winners of the Royal Rumble never won a title at any time in the WWF or the WWE?
Now, are we talking just the world title?
Oh.
Say, let's be specific. If
won a world. All right, so I'm gonna say that he means world, and like it was lowercase w. So I'm guessing this is probably like factoring in the WWF Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, the Undisputed title, the Universal, because those are all world titles.
Right. I meant more so that whenever you said it the second time, you said had not won a championship, and I thought maybe he also meant like Intercontinental or anything like that for some reason. But
sorry,
okay, so here's one name right off the bat.
Hold on, let me get my sticky up. Let me get my sticky up. Got to update.
You're like Clippy.
I gotta
Shut
get
up,
my
Nate.
sticky.
It seems
off.
like you're
That
having
sounds so
trouble with
gross.
this fucking question. Can I help you with that?
Yes. Thank you, Poot. Oh God.
Let me get my
Okay.
sticky up.
Jesus.
No, it's fine.
Updating.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's
Updating.
go.
First
All right,
one.
Okay. Hold on.
Hacksaw-
I
the-
gotta hold
the-
on.
God damn it! You said let's go. Make up my mind.
I was saying like hurry up. Okay.
Nice.
Yes, Duggan
Jesus.
absolutely was never a world champion.
Duggan was Luger.
Big John Studd. Hold on. Big John Studd. I'm going in order. Big John Studd won the second. Never a world champion.
Oh God.
Hogan won a couple. Obviously, he has.
Hogan
Flair.
won a couple.
What a couple.
And yes, to your point, Luger.
Yep.
Thank you.
Did it go Duggan, Studd, Hogan,
Duggan, Studd, Hogan,
Hogan.
Flair.
back to back?
Hogan did
Did
back to
Hogan
back.
win back to back?
Yes.
Okay. Then
Was it
Flair.
Hogan? Okay, then
Yes,
Flair.
then
Hogan,
Flair,
brother.
Because
Then-
Flair, yeah.
Then
Hogan,
Yoko.
brother.
Then Yoko. Then Brett Luger.
Luger
Yep.
Brett.
Then so we got Luger. Then oh fuck, who came after them? Was that Michaels?
Was it
number one?
Michaels?
Yeah. it was
Michaels.
Yeah.
Back to back.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Michaels,
Now we're
Michaels.
Done. We're done.
Yeah.
Anyone else from Shawn Michaels forward who has won a Royal Rumble has won a world title?
Pretty sure you're right.
No, Nakamura.
Yeah, he won a world. Well, no.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah.
He had
No.
either the.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Nakamura.
No, he won a title, but he never won a world title.
Yeah, he did.
No, he's never been.
Really?
He's
No
never
way.
been WWE champion or world champion or
I thought-
universal champion or any of that.
Nope.
That's right. He had the title match,
No,
and
sir.
he had the title
Yeah,
match with AJ and got punchy
He
in the
kicked him in
PP.
the PP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Oh,
Nakamura,
remember-
I'm gonna put him on there.
I'll just go ahead and fuck off then.
Punchy your pee-pee.
Yep.
Okay. Here's where it gets smarmy. Vince McMahon won the Royal Rumble, but he won the ECW world title while in WWF.
Well, he also had the
I would-
world. He also had the world heavyweight champ or the WWF championship at one point. So, but he vacated
he?
it. Yeah, but then he vacated it. So yes.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay.
I remember him having the big fucking belt, the big winged angle. He had it.
I don't remember him like physically being a champion.
Absolutely, he did.
Yeah, it
He
was
vacated
one
it.
day.
Yeah,
It was one
Okay.
day.
but he
Okay, I
vacated
believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Like I have that visual in my mind,
okay.
him in his dumb suit with the fucking championship around him. I'm like, yeah,
Pompadour.
So HBK back to back, and then after HBK, we get into the era
Austin.
of Austin,
Austin.
which was two Austins, then McMahon, then an Austin again.
No, you forgot The Rock.
I think The Rock came after Austin's
Mm-mm.
third.
Mm-mm.
We
No?
did it for
Okay.
The Rock.
Okay, well, regardless, he, Lesnar was there
Triple H was in there.
during that time.
Del
frame,
Rio
Triple
was
H,
there.
Well, no, Del Rio was a little after.
Jericho didn't win the Rumble.
Benoit.
Benoit.
Because now we're into like the
The
early
mid-aughts,
2000s.
or
Like
yeah.
yeah.
Is he gonna get fucky and say that the WWE title is separate from the World Heavyweight title?
No.
That's what Tom was asking
No,
earlier. and I don't buy
that was
for a
no,
dollar.
that was not my question. My question was earlier if he meant any
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
to include like
Yeah, okay.
Intercontinental. No, I was on the
Right,
same
right.
page that this is implied the WWE / Universal / World Heavyweight Championship, the
Right,
main title.
Yep.
The main title.
Through the 2010s, like again,
Ransom, what was
Cena,
that?
Batista, Orton was up there a
Are
couple
we-
times.
Mysterio, was he in there?
Mysterio was in there.
Mysterio.
Yeah, Mysterio was in there.
Sheamus, Cena,
Sheamus, he's won. Del Rio, he's won.
Edge, obviously he has.
Yep.
Edge, right?
Get a smattering of a Triple H in there again.
Undertakers. There was a couple Undertakers. Yeah.
And I mean,
Reigns,
even though
Triple H.
I was gonna say, even though we're not counting, I don't think we're counting the greatest Royal Rumble. Braun Strowman, technically, he did win the
He was
the Universal
he
Championship.
Was the world
so
champion. Yep.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
he-
good call on that. Yeah.
And then that does kind of bring us,
Are we-
mostly modern.
are we including the women's roster at all, or no?
Well, we're
No, I don't think so.
We're gonna get there because he said, how many winners have never won a world title at any time?
Okay.
So to me, he's not saying men or women. He's saying how many winners.
Okay. Well, all the women that have won the Rumble have won a world title. Because you've had Asuka, you've had
Yeah.
Becky,
Charlotte,
Bianca,
Ronda.
yeah, and Rhea and Bailey.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So I think it's literally just those four: Hacksaw, Big John Studd, Lex Luger, Shinsuke Nakamura.
I think he's getting fucky with the wording here. I think he's getting fucky with the wording. I think he's getting fucky with the wording and saying they've never held a world title. The WWE title is not the world heavyweight title.
Listen.
I think he's getting fucked because if he did that,
this would be Hogan, this would be Flair, this would be no Flair. Actually, they've both held them. Austin, HBK.
No, but they never called. No, they never called it that. They called it it was the heavyweight championship title, like back when it was the Winged Eagle belt and that weird circular belt and all those things. It wasn't my. Can I finish my point? You can rebut real quick. I'm not getting fussy. Let me rebut here. My point is, if it was the wording saying that, then technically Cody would be in there. Because he never held the World Heavyweight Championship belt, he held the WWE Championship.
Again,
but a lot of them.
Neither did Austin. Neither did Bret Hart. Neither did Yokozuna. Those are all the WWF titles.
I'm thinking on my feet. You're gonna have to forgive me. I'm getting a little paranoid.
And again,
you're gonna have to forgive me.
Thinking too deep.
Yes, Poot, you are thinking too deep because he did not say the world title. He said 1A lowercase w world title.
And he also said WWF/WWE. They didn't have the World Heavyweight Championship.
Fair enough.
Exactly.
Then I will step back on that. Fair enough.
Reel it in.
I'm trying to think just to make sure Nakamura. I'm like 99% certain on him. But okay. I'm good. I'm good with 4 being Hacksaw, Big John Studd, Lex Luger, Nakamura. We cool?
I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Gucci. I'm not sure if you've received this question in the past, and if you have, I apologize. I don't think we have. For my lack of judgment, but my rage has clouded it. Hence the missing submissions last quarter. Yeah, you better be apologetic. With the march towards WrestleMania and regaining control of my lost championship ain't happening. I will return with a vengeance to Thursday nights. There are 4 since the televised inception of the Royal Rumble: Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Big John Studd, Lex Luger, Shinsuke Nakamura, which we all named Ergo.
Fuck.
What?
No, I'm just saying. Oh, fuck. Well, good on us.
Ergo, villainous vapor.
Oh.
You too walk out empty-handed, just as you will this quarter. And next quarter, and the following quarter. Because, my friend, as you and the Maniac and my fellows on the P3 will soon learn, this is the forever reign of Beef the Legend. on the Cruiserweight Championship. So you'll have to peel that title from my cold dead fingers, which may not be that far off. All that being said, sir, you also lose. You are also a loser. 2 losers, 1 night. Let's go. P3 in the house. You get nothing. You get nothing. I feel like Oprah giving out nothing all over the place. You get nothing. You get nothing. You get nothing. But please.
I lied.
But please. Keep the questions coming.
I lied.
I lied. You lose. You get nothing. All right. We've had a nice discussion about Royal Rumbles here tonight. And I'm excited for the Royal Rumble. Hope springs eternal in the Royal Rumble until Roman Reigns loses and I sit there dejected and disappointed.
Loses?
Poot wins.
So different. Damn it.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Yes.
Yes.
Why
Fair enough,
why is
fair enough.
the I lied not in the soundboard yet?
I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure out how to make that happen.
How much scientific research does it take? Point, click, drag and drop.
Well, then
Well, then
do
why
it.
don't you do it? The sound effect is in there. You do it then.
No, I'm not the tech guy.
Got him.
I'll figure it out. It'll be in there next week.
I'm the guy that does the intros and gets interrupted.
And ugh.
Okay, that's
No, we got that one. That's a and we also, to be fair, we have
I
this.
hate
You
guys.
fucking
No.
raccoon pelt-headed piece of shit.
Oh my!
We got that one.
goodness.
Oh, I forgot
We got that
about
one,
the
too.
Cornet soundies. Those are
Yeah, the
those
corn-
are always great.
Yeah, the corny soundies are pretty good. The rest of them are pretty good. The other ones, I think we'll cycle those out. That'll be fine. Thank you all for listening to the P3 podcast. We really, really appreciate it. And thank you for all the questions from our people who just can't fucking stump us. We're so fucking smart. God almighty. It just amazes me how brilliant us 4 Voltron motherfuckers are. When you put us together, you can't. You just can't. Keep trying, though. Beef, where can they send them questions to?
pittsburghpiledriverpodcast at gmail.com. 2 emails, one with the question, one with the answer. And in the answer email, be sure to include some spaces or some wording or just a bunch of letters so that I don't see the answer in the window. Otherwise, you will be disqualified. And I will personally make sure that you are made fun of mercilessly on the podcast.
Mercilessly, he will make fun of you. It's gonna fucking happen. Accept your fate. Accept your fate. All right, thank you very much from me, Poot the Bard, baby. Our reigning, defending, undisputed, one's up for
Yeah.
Beef the
Oh, I did
Legend.
it.
The Beef the Legend, the eternal Cruiserweight champion, Mr. Tiger Bomb Tom himself, that beautiful, beautiful boy, and another beautiful, beautiful boy over there, Mr. the Madman Ransom. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, to fall asleep,
Well,
you have to
Poot the Bar
pretend.
might do interrupting like they do interrupting because it's Poot the Bar time. Shut it off.